Okay, we're about to start. Please let me know if anyone notices anything like lag or anything like that, because for the first time I'm trying to multi-stream, and we'll see if my computer and internet can handle it. All right, so it's been a few weeks since I've been on camera. I just didn't feel up to doing things on camera for the past few weeks, and it's very important to listen to yourself when you're feeling that way. Um, I mean, within reason, because sometimes, as we all know, our brains can lie to us and cause us to isolate and things like that. Um, so I was listening to what my body needed, taking the time to not be so like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's much different streaming where I'm not on camera than on camera, and I think that's pretty easy to to understand. But so this week I'm back on camera. I still don't have a perfect plan for today's chat, um, but of course we always put one out there so that everybody can join in, let me know what's on their mind. Um, you can share something, you can let us know any achievements you have, you can share affirmations, and just make sure that if you don't want me to read something out loud, you say that at the beginning. And if you don't want any advice, you also let me know that so I don't give any unwanted advice. In chat, so far so good. I'll let you know if I notice anything funky. Thank you. We're going to be, like usual with our mental health Mondays, we're going to be starting out with a chatting stream, and then we're going to be switching over to some gaming where the chatting still continues. And for anyone newer, when I stream, you are always welcome to talk about mental health. It doesn't matter if it's not Mental Health Monday. At any point, you can jump in and we can talk about mental wellness. So don't feel like you have to wait till Monday to talk about something that's been on your mind. If you see me streaming, you can jump into the stream. Doesn't matter if I'm celebrating something or, playing The Witcher or whatever I'm doing, we can talk about mental wellness. So yeah, this is the first stream where I'm trying out streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So I'll repeat that if anybody notices anything wonky, anything super laggy, or it's cutting out, please let me know, because this is just a test to see if I can do this going forward. Part of the reason why, I've been wanting to multi-stream for a while, and I kind of felt like I got a bit of a push when I noticed that Twitch is, well, in general, is causing issues for some streamers when it comes to monetization. So, for example, ad revenue isn't a lot, but it's, a little bit here and there, and it can really add up. And since a lot of streamers don't make a lot of money on Twitch, the little bits really matter. And Twitch has not been paying ad revenue. I reached out to them and I got the same copy and paste response that other streamers have gotten about, sometimes it could be a bad season for ads, and that's why I've gotten literally $0, zero, not a penny. Usually I'd get, in a month, 20 cents is a good month for ad revenue, but and so it's not much, but it's still something that a streamer should be due. And considering that I was 10 cents to the threshold to cash out, I was like, oh, my ads will take care of that. I'll be able to cash out soon. And then I wasn't able to for a long period of time until somebody subscribed, because I was making nothing from the ads, even though I currently am streaming 6 times as much as I was when I made 11 cents for the month. Um, and so I'm trying to get monetized over on YouTube, which is going to be a bit of a journey. I'm going to be posting more there, working on the videos that I want to do for there, which includes I'm going to be trying to get back into reading some spooky stories. You can also find on my YouTube, you can find me just reading in general. I'm working my way through Frankenstein. And I am going to be trying to do videos where I talk more about mental health, more about politics as well, and things like that. All the little things to do with me, all the things that I like to talk about. And you'll also be able to find some gaming there too. I'm going to be doing my reviews. I constantly talk about it, and I'm going to actually get this done, where I'm going to be doing reviews on games that are mental health related, whether the game is directly mental health related or I just feel like it's good for mental health. I'm working on reviews and figuring out how I'm going to do my review system for that, so that people can watch videos and find little games that might be able to help them relax or help them work through tough times. Chat, new lighting, I think. I like it. Thank you. I did actually, for my birthday last month, somebody bought me the floodlights in the back, and I've been playing around with making sure my ring lights are in the right spot and making sure the white balance is good because I've been a very odd color on the stream. And I think I have figured it all out. So now I have my nice lighting in the back, and I think I've done the white balance good. So thank you for noticing. And yeah, so anyone joining who isn't following me already, make sure to give me a follow. I do my mental health Monday streams every Monday. Even if I can't get on camera, I'll usually at least do some gaming, which we will be switching to in about 45 minutes. We'll be switching, probably playing Palia, which has the new expansion now. And Mondays, I always try and keep things very light with the gaming. Throughout the week, you'll see me play things like, right now on Thursdays, we're playing Graveyard Keeper, which can have some triggers. Obviously, there's things related to death in it, which sometimes we do talk about death on Mental Health Mondays, but yeah, the dark humor in Graveyard Keeper might not be great for everybody. So we keep that on a different day. But yeah, Mental Health Monday, when I do gaming, it's usually something light, something that is very peaceful, something that we can all enjoy without, hopefully, without triggers, right? So I've done Stardew Valley in the past, and right now we've been doing a lot of Palia, which I also highly recommend. And I'm sure there'll be plenty other games in the future. Part of why I enjoy Palia as a mental health game, I believe I've already talked about a few times, but first of all, it's free to play. There are microtransactions, so if you're somebody who struggles with like compulsive buying and stuff, like you have, the words are failing me right now, where you have impulse control issues that you are working through, it might not be the best. But the things that you do buy aren't like pay to win type of situations in the game. It's all just like buying pretty outfits and pretty skins for your tools and stuff. So it's not anything that will be an obstacle that you're constantly bumping into. It's just always there in your menu, like the button to click to go buy these things. So if you're someone who struggles with wanting to make those kinds of purchases, then it might not be for you. But if that is something that you are able to work around, or you think that the fact, because it's not really shoved in your face, there's a loading screen where like you'll see stuff kind of down the side. And and it's always there up in your menu, the button to go look at the shop. And you'll of course see other people running around in cool outfits that might make you like think, hey, I wonder how much that outfit is. Um, and for the people who don't like microtransactions in general, the game's actually free to play. So it's free to play, and the purchases for like the outfits and things like that are more like donations towards the team to keep the whole thing going, which is why they're kind of pricey. Like real world dollars to get like a cool outfit, it might be like $30, but it's more a donation towards the team. But the game itself is so relaxing. It's and by the way, if anyone wants to pop into the chat and mention any games they recommend for mental wellness, for relaxation, for distraction, please let me know. I'd love to test some out. I'd also love to let everybody else know about different games that they can play. But I love focusing on the ones that are free to play. I love focusing on the ones that are either free or like $1 or something like that, something really affordable. Because a lot of us are struggling when it comes to financial issues, right? That's part of why I offer to do things like this, like the Mental Health Mondays, where everyone can check in, everyone can talk about what's on their mind, everybody can get the support they need, and they can show up at like to any of one of my streams and get that kind of support that they need. I also offer at least one day a month where you get free mental health coaching, and you can also book a very low cost session like any time of the month. Mother's Day was this month's, Father's Day will be next month's free day. Because I feel like those are days that are very important to offer that kind of support. And you can always message and schedule those with me. But yeah, so Palia is very low stakes. It's a low stakes game. And that's why I play it for Mental Health Monday. It is essentially just a game where you're grinding a lot. And that might sound boring, and it could be boring for some people, but the whole point is that you get those points with the achievements. There's a lot of fun playing with other people where you're gathering materials and stuff together, trying to fulfill the quests, which the quests are usually running around collecting materials, solving puzzles, things like that. And you can do it with friends. And but there's no health, like you don't get attacked by things that make your health go down. You don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. If you fall, there's no fall damage. You can't swim, but if you fall into like deep water, it just spawns you back. Like it's very relaxed, and that's something I really love about it. Is like I said, it's very low stakes, very easy to play and not feel the pressure. And I've found that I gravitate towards playing it a lot when I want to play a game, but I'm stressed out by like the average game. So, for example, like I started up a game the other day that I'd really been looking forward to playing, but once I got into doing like a fight, I kept dying over and over again, and my brain just wasn't letting me hit the right buttons. It just wasn't a good day for my reaction time and stuff with the game. And so I started to get frustrated, but I wanted to enjoy myself. So I turned on Palia, because Palia, even though there are elements in it where, if you're cooking, there's timed things and stuff like that. There's always ways around it, always ways you can be like, you know what, I'm not going to do that today because it stresses me out. I'm going to focus on this other thing. So it's my go-to when I want to game but don't want that pressure. So again, I'll remind everybody, an ad is about to start in about 20 seconds on Twitch. For anyone new on YouTube there, when the ads play on Twitch, I try not to talk about anything important until the ads are over, so that anyone who can't afford to pay to get rid of the ads don't miss anything. But please feel free to jump in the chat during this time. Let me know what's on your mind. Let me know if there's anything specific you want me to cover or talk about. If you want to vent, if you want to share what's going on in your life, all of that. Please jump in while the ad's going. Usually I have a topic that I like to cover each week, but the past few weeks I've kind of like left it up in the air, more of a check-in, instead of focusing on something specific, partially because I'm giving myself a little bit of a break, which I guess is a topic uh, in its own, right? I recognize that I was getting really burnt out, and not necessarily just burnt out because of the mental health streams, but burnt out because I work so much. I spend most of my days every day getting up and working. Um, Working on content, working on editing, working on talking to people. And 30-second ad. So we'll pick this up after the 30 seconds is up. Good time to have a drink. Anyone there on YouTube, don't forget to give me a follow. I do these streams every Monday. And hopefully, if the multi-streaming is working well, I'm going to be making sure it's on YouTube every Monday as well. If the multi-stream is skipping or anything like that, or making it difficult, then what I might do is do a stream on Twitch. Like, I'm still probably going to do Mental Health Monday every Monday, but I'll probably stream on one platform, then go stream on the other, which I'd prefer not to do because that's going to be exhausting. But so far it looks like it's working out good. But yeah, so I was burnt out from working constantly. And so I had to think, how can I continue to work, but make sure that I'm giving myself a bit of a break? And that's one of the things we often have to do because we all struggle under capitalism. We all have to live in this world where it's not as easy as, oh, you're burnt out, take some time off. Well, that's easy for someone to say who has, thousands of dollars in savings, or has paid time off or whatever. It's very easy for them to say, but for other people who are living paycheck to paycheck, or people who have disabilities or work for themselves and don't have paid sick days and stuff, it's not so easy, because you taking that time off could mean losing a lot of important things, if not, just fully losing your home, fully not being able to buy groceries and stuff. So it's not as easy as that. So sometimes we need to stop and think, okay, I'm really burnt out. How can I make this easier on myself for a little while? So my work being an example, I got so burnt out that I just couldn't function. I actually had a day that was kind of scary, like the burnout was so bad, because the only thing I can compare it to, and it is, quite similar, is just feeling like I had brain damage. Like, I couldn't put sentences together. I couldn't figure out the right words. I was slurring my words. I was stuttering. I was not saying the right words. It was very difficult for me to focus on anything. My brain just was not working, and it was scary. And I had to make sure that that days especially I took off. And part of how I got to that point was not listening fully to my body, because I didn't see the signs that I was getting burnt out. And so then my body was like, okay, well, we're exhausted. We're going to make you take this time off. And I've talked about that before, where rest is an important part of work. It's just as important as any other part of work. If you want to be efficient, you need to be able to take rest. You need to be able to take care of yourself. So if you don't do that, your body will make you do it. And if you wait until your body makes you do it, it is going to be much worse than if you just did it yourself. If you just make sure that you're setting time aside to rest and take care of yourself, do the things that you love, make sure that you aren't putting a lot of pressure on yourself, make sure that you're not working for a day, If you don't do that, then your body is going to make you do it, and it's going to be for a lot longer. Instead of taking one day off, you're going to be taking weeks off. It's going to be a month or 2 months or, something like that. And you're just not going to be able to do anything, and it's going to set you back. So making sure that you get that rest in is very important. If you do reach the point of burnout like I did, and you can't stop working, you have to keep pushing forward. You have to keep trying to make sure you make ends meet, which is the reality of the life we're in. It might be about figuring out how you can make it easier on yourself like I did. So for me, I'm like, I can still do my Mental Health Monday streams, but what I'm going to do is not go on camera, because going on camera means I have to get myself looking presentable to be on camera, right? To a certain extent. And so I'm going to not do that. I'm just going to game, and people can come talk while I'm gaming. And then that also allows me to not have to focus on planning a topic for the day as well. Because if I'm gaming, I can focus on talking about the gaming, but then also remind people that they can jump in and talk about mental health. And that takes the pressure off me. This week I'm on camera again. I'm putting myself back out on camera, but I did not worry about trying to come up with a topic, because I knew that once I got on camera, people would jump in, we'd have people commenting, and if we didn't, I would be able to share some of my own experience, and I didn't need a topic necessarily. And if I felt like I had nothing to talk about, I could start the game early. So it was a way to take the pressure off myself, where I didn't have to think about, what specific topic am I going to cover this week? And that made it easier for me. And I know myself, I know that I do pretty good just talking once I'm on camera. So having that confidence in myself as well, that like I'm going to be able to talk, and even if I can't, I have my backup plan of just start the game up early. Also, I'm sorry if anyone hears there's fireworks going on outside. I hate fireworks. I think fireworks are not necessary, and not to go on a tangent, but there's a lot of problems with fireworks, and I don't see why we need to keep doing that, because it's bad for the environment. It's bad, including the environment. Included in the environment is animals. It's bad for animals' health. Not only does it spook a lot of animals, including household animals, but it leaves pollution. It leaves animals confused. And then people who are struggling with PTSD and things like that. Also, some people, loud noises and stuff can be very triggering, very upsetting. People with PTSD, autism, things like that. And I feel like we don't need big bangs to celebrate things, especially with the technology that we've come up with now. Like, I've seen really cool things of like drone shows. Maybe I'm wrong, but like, as far as I understand, drones are a lot better for the environment than setting off a bunch of chemicals. And the drone shows look much prettier. Maybe they are more expensive and things like that, but then I assume we're also paying someone who would program in the shows, which is nice to have someone paid for their creativity. I like getting to see that, especially in the age of AI taking over everything. So again, if anybody has anything on your mind, just pop into the chat. I hope I have everything set up on YouTube properly. I gotta go check that out, actually. I'm not too sure if I set up the YouTube chat properly. But yeah, pop in, let me know if there's any topic you specifically want me to cover. You can also, if you're nervous about saying something and you don't want your username attached to saying anything, you can send me a message. So you can check my links and send me a message. You can email me at misspandoragreaves@gmail.com. There's different ways you can reach out, and you can let me know if there's a specific topic. People have done that in the past, and I'll make sure that your name is not mentioned, and just cover the topic at the next stream. I won't see it. Like, if you email me right now, I probably won't see it while I'm streaming because I don't check my email while I'm streaming, but I would be able to cover it the next time. So with the summer coming, I wonder what is on everyone's minds because we're escaping the seasonal depression, um, escaping that, the short days where it's filled with cold and darkness and we just want to go outside. Um, I've gone out for a little bit of a walk and enjoyed the greenery, enjoyed getting to see everything warming up, and that was nice for my mental health. Personally, a thing that I deal with is worry of missing out in the summer. So I'm disabled and I struggle with mobility, and that means that I very often can't go outside. And honestly, it is depressing. It is depressing to know that it is beautiful outside and I can't go outside for whatever reason. Maybe I have to save my energy to do work later. And it means not being able to leave my home. The winter is the worst for me because I can't go outside because it's too cold and the cold makes the pain worse. And there's not many places to sit down because the city does not consider disabled people very much when they clear places. So a problem I encounter is I have to sit down a lot because I don't have the proper mobility aids. I just have a cane, and I should have a wheelchair. So I have to sit as I'm going everywhere. And benches in the wintertime don't get cleared off. There's just a pile of snow. So it makes it very difficult for me to get around. Whereas the summer, I can for the most part sit anywhere. I just have to make sure I'm not in direct sunlight if it's, a sunny day. And I need to watch out to make sure that the seats aren't taken as well, that there's room for me to sit, because a lot of people are out enjoying outside, but it is much better than the winter. Also, if it's too hot, it's difficult for me, but I tend to always make sure that I carry water, I carry pain patches, all of that, so that I can have a nice walk, even if it's a short one, to get outside, get that air. And chat, things are looking up. That is depressing. Yeah. So it's nice that, the weather's getting warmer. And then we deal with that, we don't want to miss out on the summer. We don't want to miss out on these things. And setting goals, setting intentions that are reachable can help us deal with that. So understanding I can't go out every day. I want to go for a walk every day. I wish I could. But my body won't let me. And if I did go for a walk every day, if I did manage to push myself to do that, which a lot of able-bodied people like to try and chime in and say, well, just do it. Just go out and do it. If I did go for a walk every day, that is all I would be able to do. I wouldn't be able to do any work. I wouldn't be able to take any calls. I wouldn't be able to stream. I would just have to go for the walks. So it's not a feasible thing for somebody struggling with disabilities to just do it. I am working on building up endurance and things like that. And once I am properly medicated, I definitely will be able to go out more. But as it is, I can't. So instead, I can set goals. I can decide, I don't want to waste the summer. I don't want to spend the entire summer inside. So instead, I'm going to make sure that I pay attention to the weather. I'm going to watch the weather every week. And I know what type of weather causes flare ups. And I know what type of weather is going to make it difficult for me to be outside. So I'm going to watch for the perfect days. And I'm going to try and go out 1 day a week at least. Now, hopefully, I'll go out more than 1 day. But by setting that low goal, I will feel more achieved, right? Because if I do manage to do the 1 day a week and I'm checking it off, like I got that 1 day, then I'm going to feel like, I am going out. I am enjoying the summer. I managed to go out a lot more, And then if I do more than that, that's even better. It's going to be exciting. But just that one simple goal that I know is achievable can make a big difference. And on YouTube chat, so far everything seems fine on both Twitch and YouTube. Thank you. Thank you everybody for making sure that I know that everything is good. Once the gaming starts, I think that's where, if we're going to have any problems, I think that's where the problems are going to be. I'm really happy so far that the chat seems to be working, because at the very least, that means that every Monday we can do the chat multi-streamed. Once we get to the gaming, if it's a problem, then I might just need to pick which one I do the gaming on. But yeah, so setting those goals for the summer, also making sure that things aren't super like physical intensive. So I want to go outside in the summer. Well, if I just go for walks are going to be very difficult for me. But I love reading outside. So I'm planning walks where I'm going to go to parks and I'm going to sit and read my books. Where I'm going to make sure I have snacks and water and things like that, and go outside and go for a nice little date at least once a week so that I can read and have something to eat. And that way I can feel like I was out during the summer and I don't hold myself back by thinking it's too difficult all summer to go out anywhere, and then the summer ends and I feel like I didn't do anything. And hello, Moonlight. Glad you could join us. I don't know if anyone else deals with that kind of worry about or fear of missing out, where, you're not able-bodied, or maybe you're fighting some other things inside your head, agoraphobia, things like that. And you're thinking, it's great that it's nice weather. I really want to go out and enjoy it. But, I'm dealing with these other things. Another way, like I'm working towards getting my driver's license for the purpose that I could go out and enjoy the outdoors in a car. And again, to an able-bodied, neurotypical person, they might be like, oh, well, that's just sitting in your car, whatever. That's not really going out. But to somebody who's disabled, somebody who's neurodivergent, that can make a big difference, because being able to hop in your car and drive somewhere that is more suited to you. Like right now, one of my issues is that I'm not surrounded by a lot of great parks. Everything is I'm very much in a concrete jungle, and I don't like that. I want to be able to take in nature, and nature is too far of a walk that I there's no way I can get there easily. And having a car would mean that I could drive out to the spots that I want to go to. If I'm worried about being around people, right? Being able to drive to a spot with less people. Then also having that extra feeling of safety because you have your car, where you can have all of your stuff to make sure you have water, snacks, medications, everything, even pillows and blankets if you want. You can sit and enjoy the sunlight, still take in the sunlight, even if you're sitting in the car. You can still look at your surroundings. You can roll down the window if you want, and you're still making sure that you're going outside, and that can make a big difference. My struggle tends to be, do I have enough time to enjoy X activity fully? And I'm just too stuck in my head to get going. Yeah, so that can be very difficult. So to go backwards through your comment, the executive dysfunction, that's what the last part really sounds like. Just being stuck where you know that you need to get going and your brain just won't let you. It's very difficult to describe to people where, you know, maybe you're not even doing anything, but you're sitting there and you want to get up and you want to go outside, but your brain is just like, no, we're not going to do that. And it's so difficult when you're stuck in that. And there's a lot of different tricks people have tried to kind of break through executive dysfunction. Some tricks have included, like, I've seen people talk about throwing their phones across the room, which sounds dangerous because, like, I wouldn't want to crack my phone, but sliding it across the floor or whatever, so you have to get up. I tie things into things I have to do that I can't avoid. So, for example, I have to get up to pee, and I've mentioned this before. And I have, you're going to have to get up to go to the bathroom at some point. So I will tie things I have to do in with going to the bathroom. So if I have to shower, I'll be like, okay, when I get up to pee next, I have to get in the shower. And when I'm telling myself that these things have to happen together, it makes it a lot easier because then I'm gonna try and put off going pee, but then when I get up, I'm gonna get in the shower. So doing something similar is, to get yourself outside could be that I'm going to get up next time I get up and go pee, I'm going to get dressed to go outside. And then maybe you give yourself another little break. Maybe you try setting alarms. You can set alarms on things that are across the room. But allowing yourself to fail is also something, because recognizing that it's better to do something a little bit than not at all is very important, because our brains try to tell us, like, you have to do the whole thing, right? So if we're thinking about going outside being something, right? If I want to go outside and enjoy the sunlight, my brain's telling me I have to go outside and be outside for like 20 minutes to take in the sunlight and enjoy myself. Well, I could aim to do that. I could aim to go out and hopefully be able to do that. However, if I don't do that, if I just go outside, if I just open my door and step out onto my front porch and stand there for 2 minutes and go back in, that is still better than not having done it at all. So allowing yourself to recognize that every little step is better than nothing at all makes a huge difference. I have the similar mindset when it comes to reading with ADHD. A lot of the times when you're reading with ADHD, you will struggle to read. You'll feel like you're not taking in the information, and things like that. But reminding yourself that, okay, which is better, not reading at all, or reading and I am taking in little bits, even if it's not as much as I want. Maybe I read a book and I only remember a tiny portion of it. You remember that tiny portion, and that's the difference, right? Rather than not reading at all. And yeah, likely a side effect of feeling in fight or flight feelings lately. And those can be exhausting too. It's an exhausting cycle, right? Because you have the executive dysfunction, you're dealing with the fight and flight, and it causes you to feel very exhausted, but then also you're like, how am I exhausted? Because I haven't done anything. And that makes you beat yourself up, that makes you feel depressed, and it just goes into a cycle. So finding ways to kind of break that cycle is important, and very difficult. It is very much something that you have to find out on an individual level, because it's what works for you. So, like, I was talking about the person sliding their phone across the floor. That might work for them, doesn't work for me. The pee thing works for me sometimes. It's one of my tricks to push past. recognizing that doing a little bit is better than nothing at all. Because yeah, my brain, like you're laying in bed, you're fighting that executive dysfunction, you're thinking, I want to go for a walk. And then your depressed brain and your executive dysfunction brain are getting together and telling you, yeah, why bother going for a walk? Because you're not going to be able to do anything. You're going to go outside and immediately get tired. You're going to be walking and you're not going to be able to pay attention to your surroundings because you're going to be so exhausted walking, or you're going to be in so much pain walking. But reminding yourself that, well, even if I get up and I go out with the intentions of a walk and I end up sitting on a bench and just looking at the leaves and then coming home, I still went outside. I still got that fresh air. And maybe recognizing that it takes those little steps and it's going to get easier and easier. Because with my mobility, the more I'm moving around, the more I'm going out and actually doing these walks, the easier they're going to become. They're never going to be perfectly easy for me. They're never going to be something I can do without a mobility aid, but they could get a little bit easier if I do them more frequently. So making sure that I do those little steps is going to make it easier for me to do it in the future. You have to kind of pep talk yourself and find these little kind of hacks to push yourself, while also understanding the limits that you have. Some days, maybe you just can't, and that's okay. Reminding yourself that that's okay. Maybe you're having a really rough week. Maybe you had a lot of other stressful stuff. Finding that balance is very difficult too, but figuring out which is best. Maybe because of the stressful week, it is better for you to push yourself and get yourself outside because you need that fresh air to deal with that tough week. Or maybe because it was such a tough week, you need to give yourself a break and be okay with just staying home today and watching Lord of the Rings for the millionth time. And there's nothing wrong with that. You want to take care of yourself and give yourself what you need. So you need to listen to what you need. So if going outside is going to be worse for you, then stay in. But if going outside is something you really need to do or want to do, something that, like me, you have that fear of missing out, you've been wanting to go out and enjoy the nice weather, then that's something worth kind of fighting to get yourself to do, even if it's little bits. Like I said, I don't get to go to a big park and do a hike or anything like that, but finding the little parks that I can sit in around here, I can go sit on a bench, I can go just listen to the rustle of leaves on a tree in the wind, even if it's not a forest. All of that can make a big difference. Also, the not having enough time to enjoy X. So again, even doing a little bit is better than nothing, but also recognizing that we tend to tell ourselves things are going to take up way more time than they actually do. And also, even if they do take up more time than we feel we have to offer, we need to make time for the things that we love and the things that make us happy and the things that our bodies and minds need, because rest is important, rest and self-care. And the only way we're going to be able to be efficient is doing that. And my favorite example that I've said a billion times is my non-existence. So I started doing 45 minutes of non-existence is what I call it when I get up. And that is where, when I first wake up, I am not allowed to touch my phone for work stuff. I can touch it to play a game or something, but I'm not allowed to check emails. I'm not allowed to respond to messages. I'm not allowed to sit down and plan my work day. Nothing. I do not exist for those 45 minutes. In those 45 minutes, I can watch a show I enjoy, not news. I can just watch like a nice, relaxing show. I can play a relaxing video game. I can listen to music, whatever relaxing thing I can do where I just don't exist and I just take in something in that time. And I originally kind of fought that idea, even though it was my own idea. I kind of fought that idea because I was like, I don't have 45 minutes in the morning to do that. But when I started doing that, I was incredibly more efficient throughout the day. I was getting so much more done. So then I started to realize if I do the 45 minutes, yes, I'm taking 45 minutes out of my day to do this, and that feels like a lot of time that I could spend doing something else. But overall, when I look at it compared to the amount of work I get done because I allowed myself that rest, I can't afford to not do it. Because if I don't give myself that rest at the beginning of the day, that ability to like give myself a bit to wake up and process and do things that make me happy and keep me positive for the day, it's going to be harder for me to do all of the other things throughout the day. And therefore it's going to take longer. And therefore that 45 minutes turns into like an hour and a half or 2 hours of being inefficient when I could have just taken my 45 minutes at the beginning of the day. An ad is going to start again on Twitch any second. So again, we'll wait till the ad is up to continue talking about anything important. Chat mentions, yeah, finding the small wins and joys are important. Very much. And recognizing that they are important, even if they're small, right? Life is very complicated and we're very quick to see things as big or small, important or not important, right? But every little win, every little important, or every little win, every little joy is very important. Like, it might not seem like it makes much of a difference, but having a snack that's your favorite snack at the end of the day could be something that actually, like, really makes your day. Oh, we have 1 minute and 15 seconds of ads. So I'm going to mention to anyone on YouTube who doesn't give me a follow yet, don't forget to give me a follow. We do Mental Health Mondays every Monday. We're going to be testing out to see how the gaming goes on multi-platform, but I also am ramping up my gaming schedule to get back to what it was last year. Right now we just do Graveyard Keeper on Thursdays, which eventually will be replaced by The Witcher 3, which I'm getting back to. But and then Graveyard Keeper will probably be shifted to another day at that point. And we'll be doing probably Saturday morning cartoons again, is I'm thinking the next one I'm going to add back into the schedule. So we have 25 seconds, and then we will get back to the conversation. And we got 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back. Excellent. We have in the chat, I showered today. That is a big win. And then they continued to mention that it was a bit of a joke, but sometimes people with chronic pain, a shower is like climbing a mountain. Chronic pain and being neurodivergent and things like that, they can make showering very difficult. And that is actually a big win. I know you said it is a joke. Partially as a joke, but it really is a huge win. Being able to get yourself up, being able to get in the shower. There are other things when people are struggling with that, like, and we were talking about executive dysfunction earlier too, that's another thing. You know, knowing that you have to shower and your body just isn't letting you do it. There's also little things that you can do. So again, better than something than nothing, right? So baby wipes are one thing, you know, being able to just use baby wipes to kind of clean yourself off in the right areas, or face wipes to get your face so that you don't have to go fully in the shower. There was a dental hygienist who put information out there that, like, if you're not able to brush your teeth, even just using a cloth to wipe your teeth with, you know, if you can't get out of bed and you have a clean cloth, a clean shirt or something, you can do that with, toss it in the laundry. It might sound gross to some people, but like, it is so much better than not doing anything at all. And it does actually make a difference. Dental hygienists are out there telling you that, like, that makes a difference and that's okay to do. So fully getting into a shower is a big thing. Like I mentioned, a little bit earlier, I do the pee thing where when I'm having to fight my executive dysfunction, I will be like, okay, the next time I go to the bathroom, I have to get in the shower. And that way I get in there, and then I try to my ability, because I also have POTS, so showers are difficult. I try to combine other things in the shower so that I do it all together, right? So in the shower, when I wash my hair, I'll wash my face, I'll brush my teeth, all in the shower, so that I'm getting all of those things done instead of them being all little separate tasks that are going to be difficult for me to get through. But yeah, it is a big thing to get up and get in the shower. That's a lot of energy. And then a lot of the times our brains also do that whole thing of like, I don't want to, like, I don't want to get in the shower. It feels very unpleasant. And then you get in the shower and it's extremely pleasant. You enjoy the water, and then you don't want to get out. And then when you get out, you hate being wet while like in the process of drying. So it can be like a whole journey for people who are neurodivergent. And I enjoyed that coffee game you were playing. It was way more engaging than I thought. And showers can be tough. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed. And yeah, showers can be very tough. And that's okay. And it can be something that people kind of beat themselves up for. Where they think, like, I want to be able to just get in the shower. And it's very difficult because we compare ourselves to able-bodied people and neurotypical people a lot, which are people who function completely differently from us. And that's where we tend to get in the habit of only celebrating wins that are considered big, and that's where we need to redefine what is a big win. We need to define for ourselves what a big win is, That's just like for a neurotypical person, making a phone call to book an appointment might be nothing, might not be a big deal. But for someone who's neurodivergent, someone who has phone anxiety, someone autistic, making that phone call can be extremely difficult. It can be something that literally takes all the spoons you have for the day. So it's perfectly fine that, like, you need to accept how you function. You need to understand that, yes, it's different from other people. And unfortunately, society has been built around how they function and completely has forgotten that people are so diverse. And so you not only have to do something that's difficult for you, but you have to do it in a society that is not built for someone like you to do these things, which makes it even more difficult. So if you need to plan around that, that's fine. So if, again, you're autistic, you have phone anxiety, things like that, and you have to book an appointment, maybe a neurotypical person can do that and then go through an entire day of doing a whole bunch of other stuff. But for you, it's perfectly fine if you're like, I'm going to book this appointment. I'm going to call on Tuesday, and you call and book the appointment and then spend the next few hours or even the rest of the day doing things to take care of yourself because you just used your spoons to do that phone call. You did that phone call. You booked that appointment. That is amazing. It's something that's very important. It's something you had to do for your well-being, and you got it done. Even though, like I said, society is not built for you to be able to function properly. It's not, things aren't set up for you, and you managed to do it. And that's amazing. That's a huge thing. And so taking the time to reward yourself, to relax after, is perfectly fine, perfectly valid, and you definitely should. And those should be recognized as actual accomplishments. Whereas, the neurotypical people and able-bodied people sometimes like to look down on that and be like, oh, well, why are you celebrating just making a phone call? Well, because it's very different for different people. It's very different trying to go through that and get those things done, right? I have a book, I think I've mentioned before. I have a little book where I write down my achievements. And sometimes my achievements are, I did something really cool that is, a lot of people would consider big. And then other times I'm writing down, that I managed to get in the shower on a really rough day. They're both really big achievements, right? I'm trying to think of exact examples. So like when I did the face of Halloween, getting in the top, I forget, top 20 or top 15 or something like that. I wrote down that as an achievement. And then it's right next to, like getting up and getting in the shower. Both are big achievements and should be celebrated. Both were great things to be able to do. Okay, so um oh yeah, and the coffee game I was playing last Monday. That game is a lot of fun, and I wouldn't usually do it on a mental health Monday, but Palia was doing the update, so I couldn't play Palia, and I last minute had to figure out what to do. Um but it's a better game with friends, but it's also very high stress. But honestly, I think it's great for practicing certain feelings and things like that because part of the game is losing. Um, so in Played Up, like the whole thing is you're supposed to try and get to the end of 10 or 15 days, I forget. And if you don't get to that end, the you lose your restaurant. So you have to deal with the fact that you're building this restaurant, you're decorating it, and you're going to lose it. You can't save it. And I feel like that's a very important thing to learn, to be able to let go, and to be able to accept defeat, because defeat is part of it. They even say that, I believe, at some point when you get the game. It specifically tells you in the tutorial that losing is part of the game. That losing, your restaurant is part of it. It's part of the fun. And I think when you play the game with another person, it helps build communication. I've used that with partners before, playing games like Played Up, including Played Up, when we've had to work on how we are communicating with each other. So if we've been struggling with communicating and letting each other know things, then it's like when you have to play a game where you have to tell each other what's happening and work on that communication. It can help you learn that and work on that. It also is stressful. It's a stressful game. I wouldn't say to play it necessarily to relax, but that also helps you learn to deal with stress, because you're doing these high stress things. But the whole point is learning to let go, learning that, okay, if we lose the restaurant, we lose the restaurant. We get to start over again. We get to pick a new layout. We get to have fun with that, right? It's fun to build something new. So it's not a big deal if you lose. So it's a great, like, kind of low cost loss, where, yeah, you lose the restaurant, but you get to start a new one. You get to learn from the mistake. Those are all very incredibly important things to learn about everyday life. I am someone who has studied Buddhism and mindfulness for quite some time. And understanding impermanence is very important to alleviate some of our suffering in life. Suffering is caused by attachment. So learning to not let that attachment hurt you and drag you down can mean living such a better life. Like, reducing so much stress and so much suffering on yourself that you put there by creating these attachments. There's also there's a clip from Adventure Time I really like, and I like to reference, and it's Jake taking a cup, and it's his favorite cup, and he's explaining to Finn. He takes the cup, it's his favorite cup, he smashes it. And he goes, "This is my favorite cup," smash. And mentions, "Now it's gone. And I'm fine because it's gone. Nothing is permanent. It was my favorite cup. Now it's smashed. Now we move on." I mean, the scene isn't that exact line, but that's essentially what he's trying to get across, is that things are not permanent. We have things in our life for a certain amount of time, and then they're going to leave. So understanding that we're going to have them for that short amount of time, enjoying them when we have them, and then letting go when we lose them, is incredibly important. So yeah, Plate Up, I feel like, is a great way to kind of practice that without it being such a high stakes thing as like in real life stuff that you're losing. So if nobody has anything else to add, we'll probably take a minute and switch over to the games. I'm going to wait a minute or two here before I start getting set up for the games. Again, once the game is streaming, please let me know if it's super laggy or anything like that, because it's the first time multi-streaming that. And hopefully it goes well, because I'd really like to multi-stream a lot more. So far, the Just Chat seems to have been success, which means that at least if I do my chats, I can stream multi-stream. So if the gaming doesn't work out, then maybe I'll do even more chats, which I've actually been wanting to do anyways. And then a little reminder to anyone on Twitch that if you have Amazon Prime, you get one free subscription a month, and you can subscribe to me and support me, which is great. Every little bit helps. Every little bit makes sure that I can keep showing up and doing these streams. Helps make sure I can pay my bills. You can also just in general subscribe. If you haven't joined my Discord, you can ask for it. I don't publicly display it just because I like to interact with the people who are going to join it first, because I don't want trolls joining my server. The server has VIP channels that are for anyone who has contributed to help me out. So if you've subscribed on Twitch or Ko-fi, or if you've bought any of my art or anything like that, you get access to the VIP channels. We will be eventually doing like movies and stuff. Right now, the VIP channels have a gaming channel where when I'm not streaming, if I'm just jumping into a game to do some grinding or something, sometimes I start streaming in that Discord channel, and you can jump in and chat. The settings right now allow for anyone to pop in and voice chat, which might be changed eventually in the future if we get like a lot of people into the server and it becomes too much, then maybe we'll switch that. But I like the idea of everybody being able to come in and chat during my stream in the server. So but yeah, if I'm streaming in the gaming server for the VIPs in Discord, it is not live on Twitch or anything. So you don't have to worry about your voice accidentally ending up in a recording on Twitch. Okay, so we're going to take a second. I'm going to switch to my Be Right Back screen, and I'm going to start getting my games set up and my visible chat set up, and we're going to jump into Palia. But just remember, if you haven't managed to say something that's been on your mind, the entire stream, any stream I do, but like the rest of the stream today, of course, is mental health focused. So we're still chatting about mental health. I just happen to also be playing games while we're doing it. So, so I'll be right back and we'll jump into Palia.
okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh no! Oh, sorry!
Coming through!
I've never a chopper running through here.
I'll get him! Come here, you! Lovely. Wow.
Okay. So we'll see about me staying on camera. I don't know if that's going to make it even more difficult for this stream to chug along. But, all right. In game, it tends to be a little bit skippy. So there might be. It looks like there's weed. Oh, no, that's just the pumpkin growing. Everything seems to be pretty smooth. I might remove the camera in a little bit just so that I can. I like to focus more on the game, and sometimes when I'm on camera, I feel like I'm having to focus on not like slumping like a, gremlin while I'm gaming. Let's put some cotton. I might not immediately notice the chat just because the screen for the chat is a little off to the side for me. So just bear with me and be patient if you do chat. Hold on. Have to move some stuff. So YouTube is coming through without issues. Twitch is slightly choppy. I wonder if it would be better without me on camera. We'll give it a minute to see if it was just a fluke, and if it's still choppy, then I'll shut the camera off and we'll see if that makes it. Because I'm sure having like the extra need to like run the camera probably doesn't help. I do want to be on camera for more streams, but I feel like the cozy gaming, seeing my face doesn't matter as much as like if I was playing a horror game. I'm sure everyone would want to see my face while I'm playing a horror game, but when we're just doing cozy games, you're just seeing me chat. And thank you, by the way, for making sure I'm updated on what's working. So again, since it's Mental Health Monday, and I mean, like, any stream you can, if you want to pop in and say anything, please do. Let me know if there's anything specific you want me to talk about. If there's anything you want to share, if there's any accomplishments you want to share, any affirmations you want to share. And just make sure to say at the beginning of your comment if you don't want me to read it out loud, so I don't accidentally read it out loud. And also, let me know if you're just venting and don't want advice, so I don't accidentally give you unwanted advice. I'm going to sell this one weed. So right now in the game, I'm trying to get the pallium storage chest, because I am running out of storage very quickly. Oh, my eyes are burning a little bit. Okay, so I've watered those. So I will show you the... I've been working on the other plot. A lot of it is just getting decoration ready, because there's plants I'm trying to grow. And so I'm just kind of growing them everywhere. Well, not really everywhere. So what I'm doing is I'm growing in batches. This batch is ready, but I've been taking a break from growing them. And then once they're fully grown, I sort them around. So that way, when I'm going to be really focusing on decorating this plot, I can just reorganize them. And the trees, I've been keeping the ones that are still growing close to the front so I can water them. And then once they get fully grown, and I'm not going to have to water them anymore, then I kind of position them more around. And then Twitch isn't having much trouble, occasionally a lag spike, but it's really not bad. Okay. Oh, this is fully grown. This is very good to know. I'm also going to be going back and checking the VODs after. It is much easier for people to just tell me how it is, though, because, like, I hate watching my VODs. So I tend to, like, skip through them, and I'll miss if there's been any lag and stuff. So it's good to know, because I do believe Palia is a little heavy to run, even though it's just a nice, pretty simple game. It does seem to be a bit more difficult for the computer to run. So if it's working now, then it will probably work when I stream other things. Like, I want to get back to playing Alien Isolation and The Witcher 3 and stuff. Okay. So yeah, so that's... Oh, I should have taken... You know what? I'm silly. I should have shown off the home a little bit while we were there. Let's go back. So again, it's Mental Health Monday, so if anybody wants to check in, let us know what's on your mind. Let me know if there's anything specific you want me to talk about. I am a CBT practitioner and just an overall mental health advocate. I'm not a licensed therapist, so I do want to work on that and go back to school for that, but for now I can just offer help coaching from the knowledge I do have. So this is the inside of this little cottage. I call it the fantasy cottage. I've been meaning to rename the lot. We have our little area over here, the glass windows, which usually I hate that in like homes because it feels very, I'm somebody that likes to make sure that the home is super safe in order for me to feel safe. So I don't like when homes have like a whole bunch of windows like that, but it's off the ground and like really pretty. And I also hate, like, these are the types of windows that this, like, house line comes with, and you can't really see through them. You can a little bit. And I really wanted windows you could see through, and that's my only option for this housing line, unfortunately. But they do have, like, this new housing line, the Ancient Human one or whatever. And I think that one has windows you can actually see through. So up here's the second floor. The little... it's weird to me that this doesn't actually swing at all. But little swing thing. And there's a room up here. My plan is to kind of build this out a lot more. There is going to be a room that has stairs to come up here. I was very disappointed it doesn't let me put a door here. It's just an archway. I was expecting, because when you select a door, it creates a door like this, which the door's open, but it creates a door like this. So I was expecting it to put one of these on the upper floor, but it more treated it like it was opening to another room, so it made it an archway instead, which I guess I'm going to work with. I hate when that kind of stuff happens. Chat says pretty. Thank you. And I'm working on putting down a bunch of these like flower patches. So, and a bunch of these. So the point being that when you come through the first arch, it'll be like those kind of tile things going up to the second arch with bushes on either side, and then have the flowers the rest of the way. So yeah, I've been working on that because I really want to make like a really pretty fantasy cottage. I also am going to buy another plot when I'm not focusing on trying to get the money together for more storage. I'm going to buy another plot, and I want to make mazes. So I want to... oops, I'm silly. I'm trying to use my mouse to go over to the laptop. I want to make mazes, because you can do house tours. And the house tours, like this is the board over here. We'll kind of pop in. People can look you up and go do the house tours and have some fun. Let's actually go check out somebody's Solitude Springs. That sounds nice. So I want to make mazes, and my plan is to like do a new maze every at least month, because I think that would be a lot of fun. And I'm just going to plan them out on graph paper essentially, and then jump in and spend like an entire night or two just shifting everything over to the new maze when I do it. And then the first maze I'm going to do to kind of practice is I'm going to recreate the labyrinth from The Shining. And I'm probably going to leave that one the way it is once I've done that one. But then after that, I'm going to be doing a different plot that is just like different mazes every month. This is gorgeous. I love seeing other people's homes. Oh, I think I've seen this greenhouse. I love this. I want one of these, but I can't remember. I think it's one of the lunar paths that you unlock with that, or unlock that in. A nice little setup around the fireplace. I also love that furniture set. That's one of my favorites, the Ravenwood furniture set. And then they seem to have the Moonstruck furniture set, which is also one of my favorites out here. I have the Moonstruck bed in the cottage, the fantasy cottage. Cute. Little writing desk. I find it interesting when people have so many, like, rooms. A lot of people, I noticed when I looked at the homes, oh, this is very nicely done. Very nicely done. What is this? Because I don't have this. Oh, this is so pretty. So we're gonna we're gonna react. Ooh. I got distracted. A lot of people do what I think I'm gonna be doing. That, oh my god, that's so cute. Where it's kind of like the housing is kind of a square or more a rectangle, and the center is like a little garden. I think I'm gonna be doing that. Oh, the water actually splashes. Hold on, we can sit down. Why? No, it won't let me. Okay. I think because I'm in this? Okay. No, I can't. Okay. Because one of the emotes is to sit, and I like to sit and stuff. Oh, a little bathroom. Like, I'll sit on my bed and stuff like that in the game. I don't remember these being on the property anywhere. These... Were these put here? What is... Sometimes I've noticed on some people's plots that they seem to be... Oh, you know what it is? There is, when you do the housing, you can, again, spend actual money, to have... Yeah, there's the back door to Bahari, so you can spend money to have the surrounding area different. I want to get... Well, that's cute. So we're gonna leave. I want to get... There's like an elderwood background that I want to get for my fantasy cottage. For now, like the gazebo I have, I want to place... It is kind of up by that pond there, in the fantasy cottage plot. But I want to put it closer, like there's a spot back here. I want to put it like right around here so that it's by like this body of water. Fantasy Star Universe had a spotted giant lotus in water. I liked to put on a frog hat and sit in the water. That's adorable. Yeah, I like to interact with things. My bed now is like covered in plushies, but so I can't really do it. But I'd usually like get up on the... Whoop! I forgot the mushroom is bouncy. Get up on the bed and then I'm just gonna sit on the plushies. One of my main complaints is I can't zoom out or like change the camera to really look at myself sitting, but I like that. I like to sit up on the benches or on the couches and stuff and feel like I'm really in the space. It makes me very happy. So I figured we'd get some quests done. Since I've been focusing mainly on just making gold for storage. I tried to empty out some of my storage. I think I did pretty good, because I was up to the 10,000, so... if we do this where the hearth is, I feel like that can make some room. I think I have all of those things. Hold on. I think we need star quality, though, so elder clam, boop. Oh, I didn't open it, right? Boop. There we go. But it isn't star quality after you open it? Okay, let's go through all my elder clams. I know that's not all of them. We will work our way through. I think I should probably hold on to a few. I don't know if you, like, need the full ones for anything. There we go. We got to start quality. I'm still going to open what's left. Because I have, like, 100 or something, so... As we've discussed function issues, I've managed to get up and brush my teeth, which means bedtime. Good night. Thank you for the stream. I'm glad you could join us, and I'm glad you got up and brushed your teeth. I hope you get lots of rest, and take care of yourself. And I hope you can make it next week, too. Don't forget to have some water, too, if you're able to before bedtime. Some people can't do that before bed. Oh. And Mom and I has redeemed a hydrate, which is, yeah, gotta drink water. Here I am telling people to drink water, and I don't think I've had so. Well, I've been sipping. Everyone's seen. Okay. Whoops. All right. So, blushing butterfly. I think we have star one of that. No. So I'll need to go catch one. So maybe, okay, so if I'm gonna have to go get that one, then we're going to leave some stuff in the storage. And then I do have a star one of that. So I need to go get a blushing butterfly. So we're gonna head to the Elderwood, which is fine because I do need as well. We're gonna take these things with us. I need to get some pallium. What else? I made notes. Whitestone, pallium. I think that's all I need from there. So I have my clipboard nearby with where I make notes of things to help with my bad memory. And our tools look good. All right, let's head to the Elderwood then. I also wanted to make sure that we squeeze in time to go to the Royal Highlands, which is the new expansion, for anyone who wants to see what that looks like, because it is gorgeous there, and there probably is a lot I need to do there. I know for sure that I need to get some more ashwood, and they also have whitestone and iron there that I need. Sorry, when I redeemed in my chat, that means everyone hydrates. I thought that's what it was for. Well, yeah, everyone should hydrate when we do the hydrate. Me included. I assume that it was a good reminder for everybody else, too. Alright, let's head to the Elderwood. Wait, I should have checked if I have, I have a decent amount of the bug bombs. We're fine. And I made sure to make the tofu and stuff. I need to find a better place if I'm going to be doing this, because I don't have another screen. I mean, I technically do. But I have my laptop next to me for seeing the chats, and I need to have it in a better spot where I don't have to like fully turn my head to see all of the chats. I'm gonna have to play around with that. So. And anyone on YouTube who's not as familiar with my streams, make sure to give me a follow. And I do Mental Health Monday every Monday. We start with a chat and then we get to gaming. You can jump in at any point, let us know what's on your mind, let me know if there's anything specific you want me to talk about. It's a bit skippy in here, I just noticed. That is not the stream itself, that is the game. So you can jump in, let me know what's on your mind. Let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about. You can vent. You can let us know accomplishments so that we can all cheer you on. This is a safe space for everyone except for fascists. I think the butterflies are more in the cave areas, maybe? I don't know. I should maybe look that up. What are you? Okay, yeah, so we're in the right spot. And there's some pallium. So I can get some, whoops. Oh my gosh, okay. There's another. That is not star quality, though. I can tell from here. I can't help it. I'm gonna have to collect these. I have too many. See, that one is probably star quality because it's all shiny. Yep. But it's not the one I needed. So we're just gonna run around here for a little bit, see if we can keep mining and keep looking for the butterflies. Puppy. Yay. Other than Einar, he's the only villager I really care about. Puppies are the most important. Didn't I? Alright, these are the ones you gotta put the sacred flowers at. Okay. So, I'm trying to think the best way to go about looking for these. I don't know if they're only in, like, one spot. Let's look that up really quickly. Okay, yeah, so I was right that they spawn mostly in the caves. Mom and I saying, oh my god, feels. I usually try to use my phone and position it where I can read it. And ooh, is this a multi-stream right now? Yeah, I'm multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch, and we're checking it out to see if it lets me do it. Which is why I'm struggling a bit with the chat, because usually I just have my phone sitting in front of me, but with the chat open. And let's go over to Red Blossom Cave, I think. But that only gives me one chat, so I have the laptop. But the laptop takes up more room on my desk, which means I can't have it right in front of me. I mean, I probably could, because I'm thinking about it now and looking, and I think I would be able to maybe squeeze the laptop in. Now I kind of want to try and do that real quick. Also, Nye, if you wanted to, you are more than welcome to jump in and party up with me on Palia while I'm streaming, as long as you're okay with being on stream. Oh, hitting stuff. Why? I'm attempting to set this up. And now the problem is that it blocks the lower part of my screen. I think we could do this, though. Okay, so I think I'm doing a switch around here. So let me just get the chat back open here. Sounds like wind chimes. There we go. Okay. Still kind of... wonder if I can just... hope that doesn't hit any buttons, because I have my keyboard resting on top of the... There's another... Of course that person spooked them. I'm sure they didn't mean to. Okay. I'm supposed to be focusing on getting these this batterfly, and instead I'm I'm hunting schmoles. I think it's I'm looking forward to doing more streams where I'm multi-streaming too, because I feel like it'll make it more accessible to people. Because some people maybe don't do Twitch. This little... Where'd they go? I am probably going to shut the camera off shortly just so I can focus on the game more. I don't think people need to see my face. Oh, they were right there. How are people just walking by and not wanting to get the schmole? It's a pixie one, isn't it? Where'd it go? Yeah, and I'm still learning a lot about the YouTube setup. I have to learn all of the little bits to understand it, and I'm hoping to get monetized on there, but it's easier to get monetized on Twitch, I feel like. But then Twitch is sketchy about their monetization, as I discussed earlier with the ad revenue issues. Well, I heard one. Whoop. I try to time when I shoot the schmoles. I try to time it because when they jump and then land back in, you can get a second shot in and catch them before they disappear. Or is that a regular one? I don't even know. I don't even know. Have some more tofu. So I need more white stone, because I need to make, if I'm going to make that, like, fantasy cottage, I need a whole bunch of white stone to make a bunch more of the, base houses. I haven't seen any bugs in here yet. I guess we haven't gone very far in. I need to stop getting distracted by the schmoles and just look for the bugs. Look for the bugs and look for the stuff to mine. Okay, okay. What are you? Oh, that one looks shiny. That is probably what I'm looking for. Yay! Okay, that was easier than expected. Let's... Okay. So we're gonna try and get more pallium while we're here. But I think we have everything we need to go drop off... Oh, did somebody get one of the schmoles? To finish up that, that quest on my screen there. Boop. Whoops. I think that's another star quality one. Yeah, nice. Okay, so I even have a spare one. I mean, I love your face, says Mama 9. Aw, thank you. I was saying earlier, I feel like having my face on screen isn't necessary for like a cozy game, because I'm just gonna, well, other than, you know, like the odd joke and stuff, you'll get to see my reactions, but I feel like it's seeing my face is better reserved for the times that I'm playing like a horror game or something. And I just noticed an ad is playing, so nobody probably heard me talk. It'd be nice if I actually got paid for these ads. Rather than told that it's just a bad season for ads, so I don't get any money. Okay, so I think we can run back and get that, do I have to run back? Do I have to have the stuff on me to give it to her? Because isn't she here? I'm pretty sure that's, what's it called? Alright, I have that one to turn. Where the hell is this literal quest that I'm doing right now? Yeah. So is she here somewhere? It feels like the Elderwood is bad for telling you where villagers are. I don't know if that is just me, but when you're in Kilima or Bahari Bay, it will tell you... Oh. Like, when you open your map, it shows the villager walking around, but in the Elderwoods, I've had it do that a couple times. But the majority of the time, like, it doesn't show anybody. So I think she runs around in Bahari Bay a lot, so we're going to try... Ooh, I went out the wrong side. We're going to try and, Oh, I guess I have to go up here. We're going to go out there, see if she is walking around, and I'm going to go back to the home plot. And grab the rest of what we need. Yeah, also, like, my eyes keep burning, and I don't think you all need to see me struggling to see. I might not even be getting ads, just getting told. Huh. That's weird. And unfortunate, because when I see it saying that I have ads, I always kind of like stop what I'm talking about and I wait for it to be up. It'd be nice to know that like there's nothing running. I've asked a couple other people that I've been watching though, and they swear that ads are coming up. And that's weird, because like why would it do like the timing down and everything too? Like, fine if it's gonna automatically be like, okay, it's time to run ads, but then once it realizes there's no ads to run, why is it telling me like, oh, ads are gonna run for a minute and a half? That seems really silly. And also I tend to announce when it tells me there's going to be ads, and nobody has said anything in the chat about like that there was no ads. But maybe everyone in the chat needs to speak up more. Okay. Is she... No. So I don't know how to find her. We're gonna worry about first getting the things, and then I'm going to look it up, because, this game is great. There are a lot of things I've had to look up before in order to figure out what I was doing. And they do tend to, like, have a guide on, like, where the villagers are and stuff, so... Oh, you know what? I know where she is. She's probably in the Highlands, because when they're doing the quests, they get, like, kind of stuck in the area that they are in for that quest. And I believe in the Highlands, I'm working on the main quest where it's her and, Sabira and Ulf or whatever. Okay. So we don't need those. We do need one of... Oops, did not mean to take all of them. One of that. And what was the other one? The elder clam. Whoops. Take one of those. Okay. And the chat says, honestly, Twitch is having a lot of issues. They lost Stream Elements as a sponsorship partner, too. It's part of why I'm finally getting around to Whoops, I meant to fly forward on that. Well, I'm finally getting around to trying to multi-stream on YouTube. And I'm hoping that this is working out. Apparently it's just a little skippy on Twitch, but honestly, that's fine. And someone didn't get paid on time, and they're an effing partner. Yeah, that's messed up. Because, like, a lot of people rely on... I mean, it's not reliable, but also, like, you need to be able to rely on it. And, I mean, you know that, Nye. Like, us disabled folks trying to make ends meet and stuff like that. Yeah, we can get tips and stuff from supporters and viewers other ways, like on my Ko-fi and stuff, but every element, every little bit helps out. And that's what frustrates me, is like the whole ad thing frustrates me because, like, there's people who want to support me, but they don't have money to contribute. And, oh, gorgeous at night. Let's set off some fireworks. In-game fireworks are fine. I was complaining about real-life fireworks earlier. In-game ones are fine. I haven't shot one of these before. Boop. I got distracted now. I was talking about, so when people want to support me but they don't have a lot of money, I like to kind of direct them to is she over there? Yeah. I like to let them know, like, well, you know, I'm monetized on these platforms, so just interact with my content, come watch me, you know, letting people know that if you want to show your support, just watching me gives me little bits of ad revenue. And so I'm letting people know that's how to support me, and they're putting the effort into showing up and watching to provide that support. And I'm not actually getting anything for it. And that sucks. I'm monetized. The places I'm monetized right now, by the way, for anyone who is interested, supposedly Twitch, but I don't seem to be getting the ad revenue right now. But you can use your Amazon Prime free subscription, or you can subscribe. I'm also monetized. I have a monetized Facebook page, which again doesn't get a lot. Where am I going? Doesn't get me a lot, but every little bit helps. So, like, just going there, following me. I shouldn't talk while I'm writing. I'm so distracted. Just going there, interacting with my content and stuff, commenting on things, liking things, does actually add up and make a difference.
Surprise.
I see you fetched all the required ingredients. Good human. I am a good human. Yes, you are. Have a treat. Let me just mix these ingredients up. A dram of this, a soup con of that. Voila, instant potion. Just drink a vial of this and it will teleport you home whenever you want. Well, unless you're trapped by a gorgeous alchemist, of course. Feel free to stop by the shop if you wish to purchase more. Okay. I'm just doing the chat to build the friendship. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. So I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube, so anybody who wants to give me a follow there and support me there, that's great. Because YouTube, the way that you get monetized is people have to... You have to have 3,000, within a 365-day period, you need to have 3,000 watch hours. So people have watched 3,000 hours of your content. And have posted in the past month 2 or 3 videos, which the lives count. So, and I need 500 followers, and I think I'm up to like 82 or something like that right now. So following me on YouTube and even just letting some of my videos run would be very nice. I have audiobooks and stuff, so you can maybe sit down, fall asleep listening to me read you Frankenstein. I am trying to do more scary story things, and I'm also going to be doing game reviews and discussions, eventually also discussions about politics and things like that, and education on different topics. And Nye saying, "Oh my god, Nio has been stuck in Elderwood and holding up like 8 quests, finally found his butt in the cave with Ani. I was laughing at the dialogue of eating lunch that day, and I'm like, yeah, enjoy your 20-year-old sandwich." Yeah, mine are, they're stuck at like the Janice Pass or whatever in the Elderwood, because I just haven't continued that quest.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
I guess we can continue, since we're here talking to them.
And here
What's
I
she
thought
going
I
on
was
about?
all alone.
Why, hello there, darling. Come to see little old me. Cough. Oh dear, it appears my cough is acting back up again. If I could only get a few spice sprouts, I could clear my throat and we could have a proper conversation. Oh, how thoughtful of you. I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. I wish I knew that. I would have brought some spice sprouts with me.
Anything to report?
Someone is causing trouble this early? Found all the Highland stables. Excellent. This information should serve us well. Once more, you prove a most capable partner. Thank you. And we'll do just the... I don't even bother reading these. A lot of the times they repeat themselves. And nice. Supposedly Twitch. Love that. Yeah, because they're supposed to be giving me ad revenue and stuff. Okay, so the next part of the main quest... We're supposed to follow the beast tracks into the cave. I'm debating whether I want to do that. Well, I mean, it's not far. Ooh. You too, you're coming with me. A whispering widow moth. I don't think I've gotten one of those yet. Oops. And now I have 2 star quality ones. Okay. How far are they? Because I'm running on foot. Okay, yeah. I'm like, I don't want to call the horse and, like, go 3 steps and then realize I'm there. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna be right back. It's so difficult because my screen covers the other screen. I will be right back. Okay, so I think, well, I'm back, but I think I'm going to shut the camera off for now. It'll probably help with any lag. If anybody misses my pretty face, just let me know and I'll try to turn it back on. But it makes it so I feel a bit more comfortable too. And yeah, I'm hoping it reduces any lag we have. But I'm bad at... There's... I'm bad at, like, getting into gremlin poses while on camera.
Get on with it.
And I am having a bit of a flare-up today, so I want to make sure that I give myself the space to have my flare-up without worrying about how I look on camera. I know where to... Wait, why would I ask him about spice sprouts? I can't believe she's dragging someone else into her mess. I'm going to warn you once and only once. Stay away from that foul schemer. Okay. Okay, but we're supposed to be doing things. Well, also, while we're here, we're gonna try and get iron and the other one, whitestone, the thing I'm literally doing now. So I guess maybe I'm supposed to... Oh. A carefully concealed pile of beast droppings. It looks like the beast is pretty clean. Okay. A campfire with recent evidence of use. What kind of beast cooks their food? I mean, you're being a bit judgy there. That's... Oh, and there's a mirror. Maybe I'm supposed to interact with that too. Oh, that's for furniture. Okay.
Just this once.
It isn't here anymore. It went north. What did Beast do to you? Something it can't take back. Friends north, too. We go.
I suppose we'll cross paths sooner or later.
Alright. Yeah, so now I'm supposed to go find... Ooh, there's some white stone. So we'll see. I don't know if... I'm curious if having the camera off is making the stream a bit smoother. Because I don't have to... Like, I don't have the program up for helping with the white balance of the camera. And I don't have the... you know, like, the camera on for it to struggle with that, so... I am noticing the quality, because one of my whole things is, like, the quality of the image of the stream. I've been wanting a better quality, and YouTube still looks like... I'm watching it right now, and it looks very not particularly good. That might be my settings? We'll find out. I just realized I did have it set quite low. So I've turned it up. We'll see if that looks better. That is not how it goes, as you very well know. So the Order didn't snatch you from your family when you were just a babe? I was young, yes, but I was not a babe, and I was not snatched, but chosen with full support from my family. Ooh. There you are, Dora the Dragon. What happened? Why did you all fall behind? The beast happened. Is Ulf alright? Explain what happened. I see. That is concerning. If Hastian had not decided to join us, Ulf could have... Oh, pish. Is no one going to trust the boy's account? If he says the beast will not attack, then the beast will not attack. All Hastian has done is antagonize the situation. 1 second, I just want to tie my hair back. And we have Nye saying, oof, not wanting to have flare-ups on cam. Valid as fuck. Hope they don't interfere with your stream too much. Thank you. Yeah, my body, the fibro lately has been wanting to make life difficult. I've been having that, like, well, the fibro and I think POTS and stuff like that all combined. I'm dealing with one of the worst symptoms for me. Like, obviously there's the pain and stuff like that. And then there's the random nerve pain, where it just feels like acid is being randomly poured on parts of my body. And then there's the bugs. It feels like bugs crawling on my skin, just randomly. And there aren't any there. And I hate that feeling. It's like something out of a horror movie. So I've been dealing with that. And I put a tiny bit of makeup on today, and my skin is like, nope. Because technically I'm allergic to everything. And so the makeup causes difficulties on my skin, and that's probably why my eyes are burning. All Hastian has done is antagonize the situation. Forgive me if I am feeling a bit cautious about trusting the intentions of a feral animal, even if it was once a person. In any case, all is well. Once Ulf and Hastian arrive, we should continue towards the tap. Okay. After a moment, Ulf and Hastian round the corner and join the three of you. Also, for anyone watching on Twitch, my ads are supposed to be starting in about 2 minutes. So if the ad kicks in, let me know. And chat mentioning, so far it's smoother. Haven't noticed any skips or pauses. I'll let you know if I do. Excellent. So yeah, the key might be to not have my camera on if I'm going to dual stream. So what I might do is horror games. I will pick a platform and I'll stream. What I might do is stream on Twitch and then edit it for YouTube, depending, because I do believe the stream quality is better on YouTube. So I might end up with better VODs if I do it on YouTube. And I do believe on Twitch you can upload videos. It just counts as a highlight, so it takes up some space. So yeah, we'll see. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. No sign of the beast. It should be safe to continue for now. Is everything all right, Ulf? Ulf gives a short nod and says nothing, just trudges past you, still heading north. Give the boy some time. He'll speak when he's ready. For now, let us follow. Yep. Follow. Okay. I guess there. Come on. Drop the thing. Select the thing. There, whatever. Oh, they're there? Wait, what? Okay. It is not letting me... Oh. Okay. It's been doing this a lot lately, where I am losing connections to servers. Oh. It's gonna start us over from the beginning of this. That's annoying. We'll just skip through this real quick. Oh, jeez. There was a skip just now when you read my chat and when you were describing your symptoms. So supposedly there's an ad running right now. If there is no ad, let me know. Because I'd like to know if this is telling me the truth. Elf gives a short nod, blah blah blah. Okay. Okay. Still won't let me put the point in the exact position I need to go, but at least it's not kicking me off the server. Whoop. Oh, that. Yep, there we go. Oh, I'm gonna fall into that water. No, okay. We're good. I'm somewhat bad at riding these horses. I gotta get used to this. I don't really like their system, their horseback riding system. It's kinda awkward. I like the... What do you mean it is a slight incline? Come on. I like the horseback riding in ESO a lot better. Yes, I was over here doing stuff. Oh yes, the new villager.
I was lost in thought.
That was almost very unfortunate. Are you all right? How exactly did you chase that troublesome little beast off? I saw no magic pass your hands. Ah, that would be this, courtesy of my friends at the Bahari Institute. The man produces a pouch from his jacket. Tumala takes it, inspecting the contents. A warding sachet. Some of these ingredients I do not recognize. Is that royal nightshade? What a creative way of using it. Who exactly are you? My apologies, I'm not accustomed to needing an introduction. Lord Echelon Bahari, at your service. And I'm Dora the Dragon. You're the human my Uncle Kenley's always bragging about. It's truly a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I have heard nothing but good things. A Bahari? I'm shocked to see you outside your gilded cage. Your family rather despises mucking it, do they not? I am a servant of the people and go where I'm needed. You work with the Bahari Institute, yes? I'd heard the Duchess's son was an adjunct professor there. So you have heard of me. Yes, I work as a liaison between the Duchy and the Institute, advising on magical affairs. Naturally, when the night sky lit up with flow, I was sent to investigate. I thought to check the highlands first, as this was the location of King Muden's palace in antiquity. Since you and Dora the Dragon are here, Sir Watcher, I expect the Order came to the same conclusion. You can expect all you'd like, darling, but we've no reason to tell you. After all, how could we trust a man we've just met? You must think us quite naive. Perhaps I was naive to expect trust so quickly. You're right, after all. I apologize. I got ahead of myself in my excitement. I thought we might be able to share what we've learned so we could stop this infection together. There is no need to apologize, Lord Bahari. Would you excuse us for a moment? By all means. Tamala, come with me. If you insist. Alright. Where did they go? Play this game of, well, come with me so we can chat over here. Yeah, it's still skipping periodically. Not too bad, though. Okay. It seems the stream is much better on Twitch than it is on, or on Twitch. It's much better on, YouTube. It seems to be, for the most part. But I'm gonna see after the fact, because I'll go in and I'll check them. As long as it's not like unwatchable and it's just the odd skip, then it just means that like my cozy gaming I should be fine doing. And the heavier ones like The Witcher 3 and stuff, I'll probably have to pick one place to stream. And gabapentin was such a life changer for nerve pain. Nerve pain is the worst. Mine shot all over my body, especially in left arm and chest. Feels like a bloody heart attack, I assume. Yeah, I get a lot of pain in my chest and my left arm, but through my entire body, just randomly. The worst, though, is the left side of my body. Like, literally the entirety of my left side of my body. So, my left leg, hip, and arm and chest. And then I have permanent muscle damage in my trapezius, especially on the right side. So I have pain in my neck and shoulders and upper back that is on both sides, but worse on my right. Yeah, so I have quite the amount of space, real estate that the pain likes to take up. And Tamala, I do not trust him. That is quite the statement coming from you. What have I done that's untrustworthy? Hot people can't be evil. So look at the look on her face. He seems super nice. Well then, let us roll out the red carpet and reveal all our secrets. After all, he was so polite. Is there a real reason you have to suspect him, or do you just dislike a Bahari on principle? While the Bahari family is not as noble as they would have you believe, the name alone is not why I distrust the man. Think about it. It took us time to discover this location, yet he stumbles upon it before us based on a lucky hunch. And we know for a fact that a stranger has been dogging our steps. Then this echelon just so happens to appear and conveniently save us? It makes far more sense for him to be the villain attempting to pull the wool over our eyes for his own benefit. Your accusations would make sense if they were not directed towards Lord Bahari. I know of the man. He has been working with the Order on behalf of the Institute for years. His record is spotless. Besides, my first hunch was incorrect. I would like to resist jumping to conclusions again as soon as it's convenient. That's getting dangerously close to an apology, darling. In any case, what do you think, Dora the Dragon? And being evil would make him hotter. Yeah, what does he gain from fooling us? What motive did the stranger have for what they did? We simply cannot know. This does not exonerate anyone. That may be so, but acting aggressively will likely scare him off before we can learn more. I propose we agree to work with him for the moment, on the condition we keep what we have learned close to our chest. Yeah. Fine, I won't get in your way. Dora the Dragon, why don't you do the talking? Put that cute face to work.
You are free to go.
Alright, it looks like Hassian and Ulf. Oh, they're optional. We're gonna go over and talk to them, though. I'm just switching off my ring lights real quick, so I don't have to have lights in my face.
I don't have time for this.
Oh. Dot, 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 dot. I apologize for my outburst earlier, Ulf. No, me. Dora the Dragon's spirit informed me about the beast's curse. That it is possible the creature I hunt now is not even the one that wronged me. I have promised not to initiate any attack against it for the moment. Still, if it proves to be a danger, I will protect whoever crosses its path. I do not wish to see a tragedy repeated. Mom not want hurt, just sick. I hope you are right, Ulf.
I suppose we'll cross paths sooner or later.
Alright, run back. That's one of my very few complaints about this game, is the running back and forth. And Sabira seems to especially be keen on, like, always being like, oh, we're talking to this person. I want to talk to you in private. So we're going to be talking here, and then I'm going to have you come with me over here, and then we're going to talk here, and then, you know, and then we'll go back over here. And all just to have, like, a discussion.
It's certainly quieter here.
Have you finished conversing? Yeah. I see. Pardon me for my suspicion, but you must have some conditions, no? That is correct. We will follow standard protocol for order operations, of which you must be familiar. Of course, whatever I can do to put your minds at ease. Our mission is to stop the infected magic at its source. We will partner with you until that is achieved. You will be given only what information is deemed necessary. Furthermore, Dora the Dragon will supervise you for the duration of our partnership. Right, I will. Yeah. A bestie, is it? I don't believe I have had one of those. Or quite understand what it means. You'll have to teach me, Dora the Dragon. What I can tell you is that we have reason to believe the source of the infection is somewhere in this area. The Echo Tap? Yes, it's inside the old palace. How did you know that? I thought our agreement did not involve divulging unnecessary information. I feel like that's necessary information. Suffice it to say that the Institute has been conducting an investigation of its own. You may request the appropriate files through order channels if you'd like to know specifics. A process that would likely take weeks. Bureaucracy often makes mountains out of schmolehills. Yes. Fortunately, I am here for the express purpose of closing that echo tap. You know how? I do, yes, but it cannot be done from a distance. I must gain access to the tap room. Unfortunately, the beast revoked my access to the palace by way of smashing the administrative Galder, however you pronounce that, who controls the doors. Breakthrough reinforced flowstone? I suppose you could try, but it would take considerable access to explosives. I was attempting to repair the Galder when the beast approached, and your party soon after. The construct appears to be missing some rather important pieces. However, like its head. Say no more, I gotcha. How reliable. I see why Sabira calls you her partner. I will mark a few spots I believe I saw the beast digging. Take this. It should help ward the creature off. Echelon hands you a warding sachet identical to the one he produced earlier. Your fingers brush briefly against the leather of his gloves before he delicately withdraws his hand. I will ask Hassian to assist me in tracking the beast's whereabouts. Should it slip past us, Dora the Dragon, call for me and I will come. There will be no need for that, Sir Watcher. The sachet will keep Dora the Dragon safe. I hope you were right. I got an anti-beast bag. Oh yeah, I have a random ritual candle on me. What's this again? Oh right, Sifu gave me a protection charm. Okay. Oh, so we're collecting scattered pieces. Well, there's apparently one over there. That's not far. Huh. Are we there? Yeah.
Venturing out here.
Pay attention to the way that Lord acts, Ulf. You'll meet plenty of men like him. They all have an agenda. Half the work is discerning exactly what it could be. Ulf nods, staring intently in the direction of Echelon. It is unclear if he can see him from here. Sorry, I'm multitasking.
Farewell.
Okay, so we're supposed to find... I don't know what it's gonna look like. Is it past this wall? Oh. Okay. Let's grab some of the iron and jadium over here. Nice thing Fetty finally got paid today and then suspended? Like, they're... Wait. What? That sounds like a bunch of bullshit. Whoop, I wasn't paying attention, I was looking at the chat. Hey Starshine. The running all over was part of my issue with Final Fantasy XIV. I don't really enjoy that sort of thing either. Yeah, like I mean, I can deal with some running around, but like when it's just back and forth, you know, it gets really annoying. Especially, I'm somebody who tends to like. I mean, it might not be as annoying if you're just kind of doing bits here and there of a quest, but I'm somebody who'll be like, okay, now I'm going to do the main quest and I'm going to focus on it for a couple hours today because I want to get it done. Sorry if I just pushed the mic closer to my mouth by accident. And I'll, you know, like, I'm just going to do this really quick, get this done, but focus on it for a few hours so that I can power through it and get on to the next part. And so then you're doing them back to back because you're trying to power through it. And that's when it gets like super annoying. And that's what happened to me with these quests, and why I'm talking about where she was like, you know, come talk to me over here, and then talk to me over here, and then talk to me over here. If I had just like done the quest to the point of her saying, now talk to me in this other location, and then just went doing something else for a little while, until I was just naturally in her area, and then talked to her, and then she, you know, and then again waited till I was naturally in her area again. But yeah, this game seems like, for all of the things that are great about it, it does seem to do that a lot, where it's like a lot of like back and forth for the main quests anyways. I guess the side quests too have some of that, but you kind of expect that with side quests. What is this? Oh, it's, I see what it is. You kind of expect that with side quests, and a lot of the side quests are silly and fun, and yeah, you're bringing people materials or just talking between people to help them solve problems, but at least it tends to have like specific topics you're talking about and helping with. But yeah, it just gets annoying. And I guess there's only so much they can do to kind of keep things interesting when it is a game that, like, there's no fighting, there's no battle system. But sometimes it feels like a little bit of lack of creativity. But again, like the team who does this seem to do a lot of great stuff. Like, I love the look of the Royal Highlands and stuff like that. They've created some really beautiful spaces. Okay, I need an aeroflow mask for there. I know I have some back at the at my home plot. Okay, we're gonna go here next. If it won't let me mark any of them like directly. Yeah, like this isn't too bad, running around and collecting these things, because I like that they're marked, like this current quest, because I like that it's marked clearly, and this game is very heavy on like collecting materials, and needing materials and stuff for building stuff, like hunting and bug catching and all of that is all important, so I can run around and do that while I'm collecting these things, and just so that makes it a little more fun, a little more worth it. But yeah, when it's just like dialogue, and there's been a few times in this game where I haven't even paid attention to the dialogue, I just skipped through it because of how annoyed I am with just like going back and forth. Where is it? There it is. Okay. We need iron, we need the white stone and stuff, so boop. I do know there's some fish I need. A thing I'm noticing though, like, see, there's no bubbly spots, and that's a thing that's been annoying me, is there's a bundle where you need a specific fish, and the fish is from the ponds in the Highland. There's no fucking fishing spots for the star quality, and you need star quality, let me bring it up. Yeah, so you need star quality of this guy from the ponds. But the ponds, like, extremely rarely have the little bubbly spots that you get the star quality fish from. Hey, come on, let me up this thing. Alright. I think that was the same hill that I couldn't get up with the horse earlier. Yay, another piece. Because yeah, quests like this, at least it's like kind of having me, it's like encouraging me to investigate the area, and then I get to collect materials and check out the area, catch bugs, all that stuff. A lot of spots to mine here. I'll catch ya. Oh, will I? Oh, come on, that should have been a hit. Where'd it go? Yeah, I need lots of white stone for the alchemist cottages that I like to build. Oh my god, so many spots here. I'm not complaining though. Give me all these materials. Ooh, little tiny piece of gold. So yeah, in my spare time, like I haven't been working on the quest. We're working on the quest because, you know, keep the stream interesting. But what I've been working on is getting money for the store, upgrading my storage. Ooh. And also trying to get some of the fit. There's a lot of fish that you need for like the mural bundles. And so I've been trying to work on that slowly. And that's also a thing I've been doing for money because I'm specifically focusing on the fish. Because I know I'm going to catch a whole bunch of fish that I don't need. That I don't want. And so I can just sell them and make all of that money. While also getting the ones that I need for the bundles. And wait, what was my exact response to? Apparently he got reported for streaming anime from Crunchyroll. He's appealing, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that is a bunch of bullshit. That's Starshine. Yeah, run across the world to talk to me over there is like 75% of Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, that's something that would make me just like not want to do that. Is that all? It was all just around here? Alright. back to the guy we go. I would have liked that part of the quest better if it was like scattered all over the Highlands, because that would have been a great excuse to explore the Highlands more. There should be an ad starting any second. So anyone watching who would be able to see if there is an ad, let me know if an ad actually comes up on Twitch. Because now I'm curious if it's actually running the ads that it's telling me are running. Okay. Beautiful. I want one of those trees on my fantasy lot. One of these. Like, can I have one of these trees? Please and thank you.
You're quite industrious, aren't you?
How can I help you? I found all the pieces. So you have. Give me a moment to repair the administrator, and we shall see what help it can be. Yeah, so supposedly right now there's a 1.5-minute ad running on Twitch. So let me know if that's not the case. As you wait, Sabera appears once more. The beast has fled south through the canyon. It appears to be headed towards the clifftop ruins. That said, I doubt we have seen the last of it. How are things going here? Echelon's preparing the admin. I live! You have Dora the Dragon and I to thank for that. A giant does not thank the ants for working. It is simply what they were created to do. Sounds like my old boss. Ah yes, I forgot to mention the administrator's quirks. His personality module appears to be permanently set to 11. No matter, we've encountered plenty of colorful characters in this investigation. Now, ants, you wish to enter my beloved manor, yes? That is why you have awoken me from my forced slumber? Oh yeah, I gotta say that though. Do Galder dream of flow sheep? I dream of power, of domination, of ruling all. I hear ya, I hear ya. My nemesis, the beast, has destroyed my primary control module. I have been unjustly ousted from my seat of power. You will restore me to the throne. Do this, and I shall reward you handsomely. I see. And how might one, restore you to the throne? Collect the override keys from my 4 useless subjects and return here. In the southeast, perched on the standing cliffs, lies Eloine's lair. I feel like I've seen these. To the southwest, within the Church of Nightshade, lurks Bellefontaine. In the northeast, at the bottom of Forme Amphitheater, awaits Hallward. And close by, in the Enfield Manor Garden, resides Amadeus. So, if I have this right, you expect us to trek across the map, collecting little trinkets before you will let us inside? A king must have his symbols of power. It is as if every door in this place must have 12 puzzles for lack of a simple key. I do think they're fun. Yeah, you get used to it. I'll take your word for it. Thank you for the information, Administrator. Dora the Dragon, will you join me by the pool? I suppose I'll wait here again. And I suppose I'll follow her wherever the fuck she wants me to go again.
Farewell.
Okay.
Illegal materials can and will be confiscated.
It seems unlikely the beast will allow us to search the Highlands unimpeded. No, and here I thought we'd just ask nicely and everything would work out. What's the plan? We hunt the beast. No. So quick to kill that which you do not understand, Hassian, an unfortunate trait to have. If there is another way, tell me. I take no pleasure in doing what must be done, but the village comes first. I won't have it swallowed by this darkness. There is a ritual, one the others might be quite familiar with, as we did recently. You said the beast's curse could not be cured. That ritual was only to remove the residual effects. Correct, the curse cannot be cured, only transferred, but this self-same ritual could enable the beast to regain some portion of control. If Ulf is to be believed, his Mammon was driven mad by the excess flow flooding into the area. So we cleanse the excess echo. It is a risk. What if it does not work? Please? If it does not work, I'll take care of the beast myself. I always have a contingency plan. Worked last time. It will work, says Ulf. I will help if I can. Now, we don't need 6 people focused on this one problem. Why doesn't Dora the Dragon go with the little lordling while we focus on the beast? I suppose that could work, if Dora the Dragon feels comfortable handling Lord Bahari. Yeah, leave it to me. Very well. Here, I requisitioned this when I put in the request for the boat. It is a short-range communication device. If you run into any problems, contact me through this. I shall keep you abreast of any developments on our end as well. Starshine, if only mining were as easy as hitting rock in real life. Yeah, right? And being able to just spot and know exactly what you're going to get out of the giant rock that you're able to just hit and completely empty of its resources. If you run into any problems, contact me through this. I shall... blah, 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 blah. Stay safe out there. You worry too much. Dora the Dragon can handle things just fine. I see you soon. Ossian simply nods. Thoughts elsewhere.
You are free to go.
Okie dokie. Now we go back to... what's his face? See, this running back and forth.
It's
Like, why can't we just have one
quieter here.
conversation to handle this instead of me running between everybody? Everything is resolved, I take it? It's just you and me, buddy. I won't complain. In fact, I was hoping we'd get a chance to speak. I have much I want to ask you about. The way my uncle tells it, you are the most fascinating person in all of Kilima. Well, I'm allergic to compliments. Oh, thanks. Of course, I am sure you will soon add saving the Highlands to your impressive list of accomplishments. Now, I suggest we start our search for the keys in the southeast. I believe I know the exact place the administrator was referring to. Come, Echo awaits for no one.
Farewell.
Love that he just disappears. Oh. Because I have the laptop that I'm watching the chat, and I keep, accidentally, trying to use the mouse on the computer. Why is it? There we go. Ah! Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat because I wasn't paying attention or it wasn't loading for me. Oh. Starshine mentioning a DDoS attack that ended your stream a while ago. Made you feel stabby. People are awful. I don't understand why people do shit like that. Also, it's like, how pathetic does someone have to be for that to be a thing they focus their energy on doing? All the people gathered around there. Oh, I gotta plug in my keyboard. Just one moment. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna keep the mic on so I can chat while I'm doing something. I decided to grab early because of it, but that does mean I get to be here, so it's not all bad. Well, it's nice to get to see you. I was wondering, because I saw that you started your live a bit earlier, and it seemed like you were cutting it a bit short, to be here. And now I'm mentioning you've also had people wanting to disrupt streams. I really do, like, honestly, it's such a pathetic move. Because, like, what does that say about, like, what a pathetic life they have? That's where they put their time and energy. It shows, A, that they're awful people, makes me also feel bad for anyone who's, like, has to interact with them in real life. Like, if they have coworkers and family that have to tolerate them. And also just, like, how pathetic their life must be for them to have to do that so they get some kind of rush out of it. And it's awful that that shit happens. It can make it really difficult because, like, you're putting yourself out there on a stream for fun and for work, and then you have these assholes that want to get some kind of rush because their life is so meaningless that they have no other way to get any kind of joy. And yay for silver linings. So far, like I specifically have it set so people can't chat for 10 minutes. Like they have to follow me and then wait 10 minutes before they can chat. And part of that is to weed out some of the trolls, some of the, you know, gross people. Because they have, again, they're so pathetic that very often their usernames, because they have no other personality or any personality at all, their usernames tend to be pretty revealing. So it's easy to be like, oh, okay, yeah, so these are people I don't want I don't want in my stream, and then ban them before they even get a chance to talk. So I've just been seeing those usernames popping up from time to time, and they give me a follow, and then I just ban them. I'm waiting for the day that I get raided or something like that with some assholes that want to try and make my night difficult. The only thing I've had so far was back when I first started streaming on Twitch. I did have somebody who I had actually blocked on a bunch of things, did not realize that they were following me on Twitch, did not recognize their username at first, and I was kind of like, they were saying things that seemed really rude, but I also wasn't too sure because it sounded like English wasn't their first language, so usually then I kind of give people the benefit of the doubt, where maybe they, you know, things in translation can often lose tone and come off a little rude sometimes, so I just kind of chalked it up to that. And then suddenly, like after the stream, realized who it was and had to go and ban them. One second. There we go. It sucks because when you're streaming, you really are putting yourself out there, and that's why some of the people do that. Is because they know, like, oh, you're putting yourself out there, which means that they can make you a target, and they can get some kind of attempt to get some kind of joy out of it. Is that the name of the quest we're doing? Stitch in Time or whatever? Yeah. I don't know if I want to or if I'm probably going to end the stream relatively soon, so maybe we'll just focus on collecting materials while we're here. Look at that! Lots of mining to do. Why did that seem extra sparkly? Yeah, I always need lots of iron, especially, like I showed the little house, the alchemist village, that I am... cottage that I am building. Those glass window things take a lot of iron. Bug? Grab that. Grab that. One more second. Oh geez, look at all this. Is this the same spot we just were at? Just ored? Oh. Oh, it's one of these. We gotta get, we gotta be collecting Echo so that we can do that. I'm assuming that the main quest a little bit more into it. I'm going to be able to collect that. Ooh, someone asking the important questions in the chat there. Yeah, I just want the starred fish too, and like, how? Lots of iron. How much? I can't even see my inventory because of the laptop screen. Oop. There we go. Sorry, distracted. Just a little distracted. Oh, I'm doing nothing. There we go. Bug. Hey, you come back here. There we go. And miss entirely again. It's fine. Yeah, there's a lot of this jadium. I know I have some things I need the jadium to build. I do love, like, one of the things I enjoy about this as a mental health game is it can be a great distraction, and like when I'm in a lot of pain but I want to be able to play a game and do stuff, just, you know, figuring out what I'm able to do with my level of pain or the flare-up. Like, maybe I can't hunt, or maybe the fishing is too much, but I can run around and I can mine, or I can catch bugs, or whatever. Like, there's various things to do, and they have different levels of, like, what you have to do in order to do the thing. So, like, fishing can be difficult sometimes. I actually, once you're leveled up, fishing gets a lot easier. And Starshine mentioning, it's definitely loser tier behavior. It definitely is. And I mean, knowing they're losers doesn't really help deal with the situation. But maybe it does a little bit. Because, like, it's just some fucking loser who has no life and no one will ever love them. And so they have to, like, desperately do these attempts for attention to feel something. So they'll go back to their miserable fucking lives once they get bored with it. And then you can get back to having an actual meaningful life with people that actually like you, which they hate. And they'll never get to have because they're such pieces of shit. Whoop. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. We're just flying around, doing a little bit of running around. Um... And Starshine, thankfully, the worst people who arrived so far have just wanted free stuff. Those tend to be really frustrating too. The two attitudes I really hate. Showing up and thinking that they're entitled to something free just because they're watching. And they'll have the attitude of, well, I'm supporting you by showing up and watching, so you should give me free things. And, or, you know, if they are someone who had purchased something in the past and they're like, well, I purchased something in the past, so like, I should just get free stuff forever now. I really hate that attitude. Or the ones that show up and it's like you don't know them or you've interacted like a handful of times and they think that there's something special that you're going to pay all your attention to them and only them, you know, that they're the most important even though they're not paying anything. And that can be so frustrating. I also noticed like a lot of pay sites for streaming and stuff. They advertise in a very awkward way that makes it difficult for clients. So like, I take phone calls and stuff on some sites that are spicy, and the way they advertise make it sound like the entire website is like, I do get a lot of people who seem to be under the impression that they're not paying me, they're like paying the site, like as if it's a dating site. And they're under the impression that I'm looking to date. And the first little few times I got that, I was like a little bit frustrated and just thought it was people not understanding. And it is definitely people not understanding, but then I saw some of the ads that are out there and I'm like, oh, the ads are very misleading. They're telling people essentially that like anyone on this site is looking to date. So like the amount of people I've had call me or text me on these pay sites and ask me, oh, did you ever think about doing this professionally? And I'm like, I literally am right now. I actually need to head out. I have a day job tomorrow. Oh. I'm glad you were able to show up. It's always nice to see you. Not glad that something happened, that negative happened, that got you here, but it is nice that I like getting to see you show up to my streams. I hope you get lots of rest and that your day tomorrow goes really well at your job. The main quest is right there, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to go. Maybe we'll do a little bit of hunting. Oh, okay. Yeah. Ah. I'm not a big fan of hunting in games, but like I've said a few times, I really do like how it's a little, at least a little more tasteful in this game. Where they just go poof, and they don't make the crying noises like the wolves in Oblivion. I want to get the Cernic or whatever. Also, I do believe Starshine might be talking about joystick. Oh, no. Maybe I can get up from here. Oh. Well, let's let that fatigue bar fill up. All right. Now that whoop. I didn't want to, this happens to me all the time. I need to pay more attention so I don't walk into these areas. As soon as you enter the area, something feels off. The sounds of wildlife go still, leaving you in eerie silence. Something rustles in the brush, and you are suddenly overcome with a feeling of fury, mixed with shame. There's nothing you can do to make up for what you've already done. Everyone knows your crimes. You'll never escape them. Yeah, shake it off. You try to shake it off, but the feeling clings harder. Why don't you just give up before it gets embarrassing? Honestly, you're always walking around, acting like you know better. Isn't it time to admit you don't? What are you? A gloved hand comes to rest on your shoulder, and the feelings immediately fade. So quickly, you can't be sure they were ever there at all. There you are. I was worried you got distracted on the way. I did, actually. Are you all right? You look as if you've seen a ghost. Someone was just here. Echelon takes a moment to glance around the area, brow furrowing. There is nothing there now. Why don't you tell me a bit more about what happened? Explain what happened. That does not sound like the beast. I should know. I've encountered the creature plenty since I came to these highlands. Come, let us check the area and see if anything was left behind. Well, I just wanted to mine this iron, and I just wanted to find some Cernic to hunt. Oh, there's something down there. Whoops. I need to get more wild garlic or whatever. Oh shoot, I wanted to pay attention to the chat too. Oh, nobody answered. I just want the starred fish too. Bunch of royal heather around here. Wild garlic, I was just saying I need that. Okay. So there was something... was down here, wasn't it? I swear I saw something. Where did I see it? There we go. Black feathers. But the shield thing was down. Why did it... It's fine. It's fine. I didn't need it anyways.
Certainly quieter here.
I found these. Feathers, certainly not the beast then, nor could it be a Cernic or a jackcat. What could it mean? I've seen them before. You have? Where exactly? Ah, no, I suppose Sir Watcher might be a bit cross with you if you divulge any more. I'm trying to respect our agreement, Dora the Dragon. Don't tempt me to ask for more than I should. If there is another watching us from the shadows, I shall simply have to stay closer by your side. I promise I will keep you safe, Dora the Dragon. I'll protect you too, bro. Not one to incur a debt, Then I shall take you up on the offer. To watching each other's backs. We are close to the first of the keys. Come, it's just up this hill. Wait, yeah, okay. I'm like, this...
You have some dust
And
on
no
your
sight
cheek.
of our echo-addled friend. I would consider that a success. Now, the administrator mentioned Elohim, based on historical records of the area. That could only mean Elohim Enfield. Yeah, who now? The Enfields essentially ruled this area during the Unification Wars, primarily focusing on developing magical weaponry. The family was led by Majordomo Enfield at the time. A rather strict patriarch. He had 4 children, all of whom contributed to the family business. If we are to find each Enfield scion's key, you should understand the Enfield in question. Eloine or Elwoine was the youngest and the outcast. Even among the Enfields, she was considered a radical. Many of her experiments ran afoul of moral and legal boundaries, which was not, as I understand it, the problem the Enfields had with her. She was simply too, and I quote, weird for them. I was told this. I was told the same thing a lot when I was younger. I was too weird for people. Thus, she was encouraged to set up her lab as far from the manor as possible. This cliff is where she conducted many of her experiments. She should have a laboratory hidden somewhere, or laboratory, however you pronounce it, somewhere on the grounds. Finding that is the first step to discovering her key. I'll leave that to you, Dora the Dragon. I've heard you've a knack for discovering the undiscovered. When you find it, this key should unlock the door straight from the Institute's historical
Until next
collection.
time.
I ejected all the information he just told me. But look, loot bags. Well, now, if you do get on, let me know. I'm going to be stopping shortly and making stuff to eat. But then I'll probably be back on. If you want, you can help me. I'm trying to get a bunch of gold together, so I'm doing a bunch of fishing. We could do some fishing together, and I'm doing, I think I mentioned earlier, I'm trying to specifically get the fish needed for the mural bundles, so we can go to those different places. Wild ginger. Beautiful. This makes me want to go out in the sunlight. I'm also never awake during the day. Let's check out her lab. See what's on the slab.
How may I be of service?
This looks far too small to be the entirety of her lab. Echelon looks around and then freezes as he sees the imposing door set into the wall across from the two of you. A locked door, no apparent method of entry, and mysteriously glowing objects covered in amber. This is a puzzle. Woohoo! I take it you won't mind solving it for us then. Here, there's a note on the door. Perhaps it can be of some use to you. I'll allow you to handle this one. I do not have aptitude for time-wasting nonsense. Hello, trespasser. You attempt to enter my domain? To prove you are worthy to pass, you must learn how to unfreeze time, or at least unshackle the ties that bind. Eloine Enfield. P.S. P.S. In case I find this note and I forgot, there are 3 buttons. Press all of them.
So much to do and so little time.
Well, yeah, okay, so is that supposed to be a puzzle? Because I guess, is there a specific order? Read. A substance which infects the... Oh, we're not reading all this. That's fine. That's nice.
All's well, I trust.
Good work. That wasn't a puzzle. And now to see if the key we're looking for is somewhere inside. What to read first? No, I will not tell you how to get into your vault. I told you to stop taking those stupid forgetting potions ever since you forgot Father's birthday last year. You think you're so smart? Figure it out yourself. Or at least forget you have a brother and stop contacting me. I have more productive things to do with my very valuable time than babysit my deranged sister, Amadeus. I'm sorry to inform you, but your piece, Amber Echo, the Key to Accessing the Unreal, was not accepted for publication in the Nocturne Journal of Science. While many of your theories show excellent outside-the-box thinking, the paper itself reads more like a science fiction piece than a work that would find its way into a scholarly journal. As requested, we have enclosed your original handwritten submission with this envoy. Yeah, that's nice. Attempts to access the vault. Attempt 1. Every key in my key ring. None of them worked. Makes sense. The vault has no keyhole. So where were you trying them? Attempt 2, a numerical code. As there is nowhere to enter a code, I recited the numbers aloud. I tried my birthday, all of my siblings' birthdays, and the anniversary of when I met Rocky. None of them worked. Back to the drawing board. A password. I attempted to speak all of my favorite phrases, but it appears the forgetting potion took care of that too. Then I tried the name of my pet rock, Rocky. It still didn't work. Attempt 4. I tried sacrificing the thing I loved most. Rest in peace, Rocky. Oh no! Attempt 5. An amber flutterfly landed inside the vault. It didn't open, but it did quiver a little. I will assume the lock is looking for a thingamabob with a strong arrow flow signature. 6. I finally discovered it. I found a creature wearing an Aeroflow mask. I used one of my slow spells to catch it and removed the mask. When I inserted the mask into the mask-shaped slot on the vault, it opened. Perhaps I should have investigated this slot earlier. Note to self. Stop forgetting potions. You always forget why you took them. Oh, for the multi-streaming, I am using, it's a plugin on OBS. What was it called again? So it's spelled A-I-T as in Tom, U-M as in Mary. If you put that, just Google that, and then it goes to a website, and then there's a, you click, I think it's the upper right, you click that you want to download their stuff, and you specifically select the multi-stream, and it adds it in your docs on OBS. There's a YouTube video about how to do it, because you have to set you set it up so that it's a doc that shows you the multiple platforms you're streaming on. And you have to have the main one that you're streaming on, so that anytime you're using the multi-platform streaming, it always has to stream on at least that one. So my main one I have set is Twitch with YouTube as the backup output. And it seems to be working. Okay, wait, we just read that. Okay. Read. Hello, trespassers, still here? Not for long. You have foolishly stumbled upon the vault of Eloine Enfield. Here I have kept my relic stashed away from prying eyes, including yours. I bet you'll never find out how to open the vault. In fact, I took a forgetting potion to keep it even more secret, so even I don't know how to get in anymore. I am a genius. Ha 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 ha. Eloine Enfield. Okay. Oh. Note to self, in case I forget, this is an Aeroflow extractor invented by Father. It takes flora and fauna and harmlessly extracts the air aspected flow from them. If you need another element, visit one of your siblings. Belfonte has Terraflow, Halward has Hydroflow, and Almadeus has Pyroflow. They all hate you.
I can make time for a chat.
How may I be of service? I found these documents. Yes, I've been reading up as well. It appears the amber we've encountered is indeed a type of echo. I suppose it does have all the same basic properties, a penchant for influencing emotions, a mind of its own, which begs the question of what influences the type of echo we encounter and where. Regardless, we need to gain access to that vault. The note you found says that it requires an Aeroflow mask. While in the Highlands, I've had a chance to study the local fauna. Some of them are afflicted by strange masks made of flow. An Aeroflow mask should drop from the ones with yellow shields. I believe they're found on elevated areas, much like the cliff we're on. I've even developed a tracker to assist. It should help you hunt the masked creatures. Got it. Be right back. I will look more into the documents left behind in Eloine's laboratory. Perhaps I'll find something useful.
I'm sure you'll need it elsewhere.
Because I did not get an Aeroflow mask from my hunting. Where did that come from? How did I... When did I... Because I haven't fished here. And I definitely... Where did it... How did I get this fish? I'm confused. I don't know. Alright. Gonna get a little bit of hunting done, and then we're gonna call it a day for the stream. Oh. Well, that was quick. We're just gonna... I know there's some spots around that you need to put them into as well. So I mean, we might as well try and... Also, like, might as well finish this one off that I started. There we go. There we go. And I might finish the, yeah, now I got my reference, my Rocky Horror reference. What's that? But yeah, I'm probably gonna finish this part of the quest. Ooh, Wisteria. I might finish this quest not on stream. H7. Wisteria. H7 flared. Boop. Sometimes when I am nice and I put a flare on a thing that's rare, I like to stick nearby and just watch people find the flare and find the item that I announced so I can feel good about it. My Twitch needs an edit option, I swear to fuck. Right? Like being able to edit the chats would be great. There's a few sites that like don't let you edit what you've typed, and it's very annoying. Look at all them moths. I don't think anybody cares about the wisteria, or is that... I don't know. We get all the iron around here. I guess I can go back. Since I got the mask so easily, let's go back and see if we're able to wrap up this part of the quest. And then I will disappear to go eat and move on with my day. Do I put it in a thing? Put it in here. Yay! Behold, my critics may have laughed, but I have finally created my greatest invention. The wearer of this signet shall gather untold access to Amber Echo. It is my greatest hope that by collecting more, I shall unlock the secrets of space, time, and unreality. If I do fall to time, my greatest nemesis, I bestow this gift to my spiritual successors. May you use your new powers to rewind the clock and bring me back to continue in our fight. P.S. Incidentally, it also functions as 1/4 of the override to gain access to the family home. The others forgot to turn off my admin rights. They won't be able to do anything about Father without me.
You're quite industrious, aren't you?
You found the first key? Excellent. While you were hunting down an aeroflow mask, I found documents detailing the process to charge it. You should only need to do it once every few centuries. From my understanding, it is not complicated. It does, however, require no small amount of amber echo. I have been working on a device designed to extract ambient echo from the landscape. Now seems like an excellent time to put it to the test. As long as you have it on your person, anything you gather within the Highlands should also result in some small amount of echo. On top of that, we will need to find aeroflow aspected creatures and extract their elemental energy via the Enfield's flow extractor. Insects tend to carry more aeroflow than other creatures. I'll focus on getting the flow extractor running again while you hunt for the required items. It shouldn't take long. I'm quite familiar with Enfield technology at this point.
I hope I was of some use. Apologies.
I do have a bunch of shit on me,
was
so...
lost in thought.
Let's charge the relic. Industrious as always. You're wasted out there in that little village. There's a job for you in Bahari City, should you wish it. When all of this is done, I always have need for competent partners. Not being unemployed rocks. Whatever. Excellent, I promise I can provide plenty of incentives to tempt you. A conversation for another day, I suppose. If you'll hand me the relic and the items you collected, I'll see what I can do about charging it. I must beg some level of your discretion. Strictly speaking, this is an unauthorized use of flow. Time is of the essence, so I will perform the ritual regardless of the consequences. That said, if you must tell Sabira, I'll understand, but I'd rather you didn't. The order has a bit too much red tape for my taste, right? Secret safe with me. I thought you might say that. Something tells me that you and I both prefer asking for forgiveness instead of permission. Echelon leans forward in concentration to charge the relic. Here you are. It functions as our first key, yes, but it should also help you on your journey. It functions as an amplifier for the echo in the area. You'll likely be able to collect more while wearing it. He carefully slips the ring onto your finger. It suits you. Now that we have Eloine's key, it's on to Bellefontaine. We'll find her laboratory within the ruins of the old Phoenix Church to the west. Or it said east. I don't know. It said a direction. I'll meet you there.
That was enlightening.
Bye. All right. So I'm guessing that I can... I'm guessing now I can collect the... Well, let's see. Yep, Ember Echo. Nice! So now while I'm around collecting iron and stuff, I should also get a bunch of the Echo, which means that I can start unlocking that furniture. I am obsessed with the furniture because I'm trying to make sure I have all of the furniture and stuff unlocked for building the perfect houses. And now I'm mentioning it, the fish might have been a quest reward. Yeah, probably. I'm guessing because that's the only way I could have gotten it. Yeah, I've gotten fish before, but like usually it's because I've gotten it from someone fish related, giving me fish stuff. Which nothing so far has felt fish related, so I was very confused. Ooh, more garlic. I need more garlic. Boop. Boop. Might as well grab the ginger. Alright. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night. So I'm going to go back and check out the VODs to see how bad the skipping was on Twitch and stuff. And thank you to everybody who commented to help point out when that was happening, because that's actually going to help me kind of track down where in the VODs the skipping might be. Yeah. I'm gonna get this. And supposedly there's an ad playing right now on Twitch, so I'm gonna wait a minute before I say my full goodbye. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure to give me a follow. And I'm going to be posting more content and also doing more live streams. Is that gold? That looks like a big gold. So you can check me out there. But yeah, I'm working towards getting monetized on here. So if you want to help me get there, giving me a follow, and then also watching some of my videos can help out quite a bit. Help me reach that goal of getting monetized here. Bam! That is a nice big gold. Where's my... Boop. G7. Large gold. G7 flared. I think that's gold. Gold rush. I'm already getting a decent amount of this echo. And yeah, it looks like the bugs are the way to go, like he said. Bam. Okay, so the ad seems to be over, so I can say goodbye and everything. So yeah, thank you everyone who joined me. Don't forget to give me a follow. If you're on Twitch, I don't seem to be getting ad revenue, but you can help out if you have a... well, I mean, I love when people watch anyways. It's great. It does give me boosts other ways, and hopefully soon the ad revenue comes back. You can also go follow me over on YouTube, help me reach that goal of getting monetized there, where I need 500 followers and I need 3,000 hours watched of my videos. And that way I can get monetized over there, which would be great. And, yeah, thank you for everyone who participated in the chat and, helped me check if there was lag and what was going on. That helped out a lot. And I'm going to go have something to eat. So everyone out there, you should make sure to have something to eat as well. Make sure you eat. Make sure you drink some water. Make sure that you take your meds if meds work or something that work for you. And take care of yourself. And remember, if you have any topics that you want me specifically to cover on Mental Health Monday, don't be scared to send me a DM somewhere or send me an email. Email is the best way, misspandoragreaves@gmail.com. And let me know if there's anything specifically that you want me to address. And I will do so without dropping your name if you want to keep anonymous. So everyone take care of yourselves, and the next stream should be Thursday. I'll probably dual stream because it'll probably just be Graveyard Keeper, which should be fine for dual streaming. We'll see, or multi-streaming, whatever we call it. So yeah, I'll see everybody on Thursday, unless I do a random stream in between then. We'll see. All right. Bye, everybody.